people aren't gonna know. People are gonna think I'm talking to myself. Yep. Bunch of naked women. Bunch of naked women. There's some drama in the porn industry.
Yo guys, welcome back to another episode of Drunken Idiots. It's been, dude, I think I haven't been live on with Drunken Idiots for about a month because I had technical issues, and then I kind of just like said, screw it, I'm gonna take these technical issues and just like use it to my advantage after like 3 weeks, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna hold it back until next month and then come back better and fresher than ever, you know. And then I decided some reason that it would be good to bring Donnie D, and I truly don't know. Oh wait, dude, I think I messed up on what? Where'd you go? There you are. Okay, all right, I messed up.
I'm a savage.
Classic bougie. Yo, what up, savage? But no, yeah. Welcome back, guys. It's been a hell of a time. Life has just kept on going. The show kind of stopped, and I know Donnie has some pretty stupid stories of his own. So, yeah, this should be a good night. Donnie, what you drinking on tonight?
Kind of made myself a margarita.
Margarita.
I've also got. Oh, here. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I got something special for you.
Uh-oh. Is he about to pull
Oh
out
yeah,
his
check out
wang?
the pants.
Nice. Is he about to pull out his wang? I think he's about to pull up his wang. We might have to censor that because I think his wiener will be out of his pants when he comes back. And I just don't want you guys to see that small thing like that, you know? But no, for last month, I mean, truly, life has just been crazy. Oh, it's Meme. Oh, hey, Meme. Life has just been crazy. It keeps on going. A lot of busy. Work. Go. And that's kind of how it is at this point. So it's really nice to be able to sit back, relax, and do the podcast. So what do you got? I know it's not your wing. I'm glad it's not your wing yet. Bro. I love that koozie. Dude, I really like that koozie. You gonna give it to me, bro?
Yeah, I give it to you. I'll send it to you. I'll autograph it for you.
Oh, bet. Please autograph it for me.
For sure.
Donnie,
I got you.
Donnie texted me the other day when I was inviting him to the show. And he goes, man, I sometimes catch myself wanting to talk about all this stupid shit on a podcast. I was like, hey, I got one.
That's true, yeah.
I was like, come talk about your stupid shit with me.
No, it's a lot of times when I'm driving, I'm like, I'm bad about driving and just like turning the music off and just having conversations with myself.
Oh, I do that all the time. Like, I'll do that after work or before work too. Like, it happens a lot when I'm on my way to work, for sure.
Yeah. Honestly, I started doing it when I was when I got into car sales. A guy told me to practice sales. The best time to practice sales is or sales pitches is with yourself in the mirror while you're driving.
That
And
makes
so
sense.
I started doing that while I was driving, and ever since, like, dude, I've had so many like full out conversations with myself while driving.
I mean, that makes sense. I mean, of course, because you're gonna be able to practice. The more you practice, the better it is. You know, better pitch,
Yeah, the more
better flow, for sure.
I found that it just like yeah, the more you practice saying certain things and arguing certain objectives, the more you kind of like start to flow with it all. It just starts to come out. You don't have to think too much about it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I 100% agree. There is like times where I'll even catch myself messing up on like certain pitches and stuff like that, and we started, dude. We started this new campaign because like our peak season, because like it's like you if you didn't get it in April, it's kind of like your card's gonna look like shit. You know what I mean? But like we have a mosquito program, and like we just like boldface lie to these people. You know what I mean? Like it's a full on
Yeah.
like it's just like a full lie. It's active customers we call, and we're just like, yo, your neighbors are complaining about the mosquitoes, and that's not true. You know what I mean? We act like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? We're acting like we talking to their technician, like, hey, you know, they said that there's a lot of people talking about the mosquitoes over there, and they're getting bit, and no one got a call. No one's, you know what I mean? It's just like a complete fucking utter. It's just like a lie, and I'm like, for a while, it took me a bit to like be able to just like pitch a full lie. I was like, God, dude, damn it, you know, how am I gonna be able to just like lie? And so I learned how to lie better, I guess you would say. Uh,
Oh, for 100%. We had a manager. So at the car lot, the rule was nobody walks till the manager talks.
right.
So like if you talk to a customer, your manager basically had to tell him bye.
Oh,
And
really?
so, huh?
I said, oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. So
It
yeah,
was kind of annoying, but it could save you some. Like it did save me a couple times. And this was one of those times. But
see, like with us, like our a lot of people don't like hearing our manager, or like, you know, it kind of like breaks that third wall for us. You know what I mean? I don't know what it like. You know, being on the phone and then you have a manager in the back. You know what I mean? Like a whole like
yeah,
hearing other people. It kind of breaks that like that third wall. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, huh.
yeah,
Whereas like people were like, then they're like, they feel a little sketched out by it because we'll have even active customers. We'll even have active customers that I restarted it meme just to have a good refresh. We'll have active customers where that we call, and they will be like totally into getting the program, the whole 9 yards, but like we have to retake their card information because we don't keep it on file, and they're like, nah, I'm good, and just hang up. Like you'll be about to take the payment, and then they just be like sketched out about it. And I'm like I haven't had that problem, but like my coworker has, and I'm like, I don't understand why they do that, but I don't know. Like, do they want us to keep their card on file and start charging them random stuff? You know what I mean? Like, all right, you know, like let me
I mean,
start
I guess I could
billing
see
you.
it as an inconvenient. Well, I mean, also too, you gotta be careful. Like, scam callers are slick.
What it do? What it do?
So
No,
I could
yes,
see
that's true.
somebody thinking that that's a scam call.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
oh hey, I saw that you just signed up with True Green or you have a True Green account. We need your card number so that we can do X, Y, and Z. I like, you know what I mean?
yeah. We'll see, and then like also, there's this like two where I mean, I get that, but like we use iPhones, you know what I mean? So not a lot of people that we call and be like, let's just FaceTime. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And like we have like
that's true.
if you texted us, we have the blue bubble. You know what I mean? And like
That's very trustworthy. I tell.
yeah, that exactly. It's very like see like most scam callers don't have like a fucking iPhone. They're using a Cisco phone in the fucking cubicle of like 1,000 people. Like, what's your credit
Yeah.
card information? Give it to me. You know. I seen
When
this.
you answer, you hear that like Skype bubble noise. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, wait, what?
Wait, what? What the fuck's this? I seen this video where it was this like dude that picked up a scam call, and he was like, "I'm tired of you motherfuckers calling me." And I'm pretty sure it was all a skit because I doubt he could do this. And he was like, "You know what? You know what? It's my turn to scam you." And he's like, "What?" And he's like, "You live at such and such and such. Your number is such and such and such. Your name is this." And then he goes, "And your credit card? Yeah, your credit card number is this. Expiration date and this the back of the card." And he goes, "Wait, you can't do that." He goes, "I'm about to buy everything with this shit." And he's like, "This is against the law. You can't scam. You scammer." And he was like, "That's what you're doing to me." I was like, bro, think about if we could like do that just to fuck with the scammers like that. That'd be even better.
Dude, I would love to have the ability to do that just to mess with people.
Yeah, it really.
You
Like,
ever seen those YouTube channels that are dedicated to that?
oh yeah, like they'll be on video games.
They hack scammers. Like they turn it around and end up like they'll like do the shit that the scammers trying to do, and then they end up turning around and hacking the scammers, and they like pull up like their fucking pictures and Facebook profiles and stuff and show it to the scammers. Like it's crazy.
I think, yeah, I mean, that I would like to know what that they do. There's this guy that does Omegle videos. I've learned, found out on TikTok, where he like uses like basically he makes it think that they skip, right? Basically, he'll get their name or something, and like they and then make it think they're skips, and it doesn't. It's still him the whole time, but he uses like other people's like video and like audio, and he'll be like, "Hey Sarah," and then it'll go next to Sarah, and then be like, keep on going and going.
Yeah,
and then
I've
like
seen those.
and then like out of nowhere he'll just like come up behind the camera and be like, "Hey," you know, like as they're talking, and it scares the shit out of people. And I'm like, bro, that's hilarious.
Dude, like forever ago, like 20 probably 2014, 2015. Um whenever I was streaming when I used to stream Minecraft on Twitch,
Uh-huh.
somebody came into my Twitch chat, and like I mean I'm like a 3 viewer Andy, you know. So
Right.
somebody came in my Twitch chat and was talking to me, and he was saying a bunch of like personal references, and I was like, "What? Like who are you? Like you've got to be family. Like who are you?" And he was like, "It's your Uncle Tony." And I was like, "Uncle Tony?" I was like, Tony don't know what Twitch is.
Tony
Like, what are the
Soprano?
odds?
Like who?
Like I don't like tell like my family I'm streaming. You know,
Right,
it's
yeah.
also like 3 a.m. You know, like
They're, like who's up in my family?
yeah, like Tony's not up at 3 a.m. I was like, it's like my Uncle Tony. I was like, what the fuck? Like,
right.
what are the odds that you would find me on Twitch? And so like I'm talking to him, and he's still like saying more and more stuff, and I'm kind of like, who the fuck are you? Like you're not who are like you're not my Uncle Tony. Who are you? Tony don't know that much about me. Like, and so he's like, oh, I'm a hacker. I've got all your info. Blah blah blah. And I was like, no, you're not.
No, you're not. And then
And
did
I
they
was,
tell you
but
it?
I was like tripping balls the whole time. Like I was scared shitless, but like I was trying to act like I wasn't. And so he sent me some kind of like Google Doc, and I was like, "What is this?" So I click on it, and it's like this like Google Doc that just has like everything about me, supposedly. And I'm kind of like skimming over it,
Uh-huh.
and I look, and I'm like, "Oh." I was like, "Hey, it says Grandma Tim Roberts." Like, it says I work at freaking, or it says I graduated from U of L, and I know Japanese sign, like I'm a Japanese sign language major. Like all this
What?
like stupid stuff, and I'm like, "Oh, you got this from my Facebook. You found my Facebook profile. Like,
Right,
you're
yeah.
not a hacker."
Yeah, you're
He's like,
not a
"Yeah,
hack.
yeah, I am. Yeah, I am." I'm like, "No, you're not." I was like, You found my Facebook. Like, I'm not even like Tim's not my grandma on anywhere except for on Facebook. There's the only place I've ever said that I went to University of Louisville and learned Japanese Sign Language is on Facebook. So like, you found my Facebook, and then so then there's like an immediate like, oh, like like thank God.
Thank God he didn't find all your information, dude. I won't. I won't like say it on stream, but I have to show you this website. and I'm about to show you this website where you can find some motherfuckers from. If you know their number or like their address or like their first name or last name, there's like some places you can like really find these people, and it's crazy. Like you could probably find a celebrity's phone number by if you knew their address. That's like
Oh wow.
yeah.
You don't have to pay for it.
No, no. I use it at work when we can't, when we have like leads and they didn't leave their phone numbers. We'll be like, all right, there's their address. All right, bet found their number. Yo, Daniel, how the hell did you get my number? You had it on the site, bro. You filled it out yourself. I didn't think I did. Yeah, you
Damn,
did.
that's slick.
Yeah.
That's pretty slick.
Yeah, I mean, look, I definitely make sure I leave no stone unturned.
Dude, I remember one time. I remember one time at Spectrum, whenever I was in the retail store, this old guy came in one day, and I must have been coming back from a break. I don't really remember how it started, but like I come out on the floor and this dude's already pissed off. Supposedly he had came. He's an older white dude. Supposedly he had came in on the weekend and was throwing his equipment at one of the Spectrum guys, like turning it in, throwing it at him, and may
Holy
have said
shit.
some racial stuff.
Holy shit.
And so then all of a sudden, for whatever reason, this guy comes back, and he's sitting there. He's in the lobby, and at first he's yelling at Heather, which was the lead, and this other chick, and like Heather's like a sweetheart, and he starts calling her a pig,
Oh.
telling her to oink oink, like just awful stuff. And I'm pissed off because I'm like Heather's a good person. Like you can't be mean to Heather.
Right.
And like I'm kind of like I don't really know what's going on. I'm coming out to this. I'm like assessing the situation
Right.
mentally. This dude's like talking mad shit to everyone. I'm getting customers in and out while this is going on. He's not my customer, but I'm also like kind of like like my mind is on that. I'm not really paying attention to my customers. And so like this dude, so Heather, guys, like I'm calling the cops. Like you're too much. I can't help you. If you won't leave, I'm calling the cops.
Right.
So Heather calls the cops. Like she walks in the back. The other girl that was with Heather walks to the back, and I think it's me and Bert in the front. Like, and this guy, I'm still in the mindset of like, what the fuck's going on? And so Bert's like yelling at the guy because apparently he threw equipment at Bert over the weekend and said something racist. And like, so I'm like, he comes up to my desk. I'm like, what the fuck's like? I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And he's like, oh, such and such, my account's all messed up because I came here this weekend and turned in equipment and I didn't get the equipment that I was supposed to get. And I don't think it's right. And I think Spectrum owes me. I want to talk to the manager of the manager of the manager, but that bitch over there won't give me the phone number to him. And I'm sitting like he's kind of like rambling on, and I know that he wants a phone number.
Right.
So immediately I'm thinking the asshole line. The one where you call it says, "Hey, this person gave you this phone number because you're an asshole." So I'm Googling the asshole line on my computer, acting like I'm listening to this guy's rant. And so I said, "You want to talk to the manager?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Here you go, sir." So I write it down and I give it to him. And it's the asshole line. It's not anybody's number. Heather comes out of the fucking back office freaking out, thinking I guess I gave him corporate's number or something. And she's like, no, don't give him nothing, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, Heather, like, listen.
Listen.
I'm trying to think of how I could tell Heather what the phone number's for without saying it.
Right.
Like, Heather, this is the right number.
Right.
Like, just look at my monitor right now.
This is the right.
This is the right number.
This is the right number.
And she's like, no, don't give him anything. We're not helping him. The cops are coming, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, she, like, walks away, and he's sitting there she took the paper with the asshole number on it from me, and she walked away. And I'm just sitting there with this guy. And at this point, I think it's hilarious. Like I'm gonna fuck with this guy some way somehow.
I would. Oh yeah, I would.
And like he's sitting there and he's talking shit, and he's like, "You're gutless" to me, and I was like, "I'm gutless." He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Wait." I was like, "I don't even know what's going on, sir. Like, I'm just here, dude." I said, "I
Right.
tried to
Yeah.
give you the phone number, she took it from me." And like I'm like laughing, and he's getting mad. I can tell he's getting mad because I don't think I'm not mad. And then the cops show up, and they start talking to him, blah blah blah. And the cops pretty much kick him out, tell him he can't come back. And but before he leaves, dude, I went into the office. I said, "Hey, I got you, bro. I'll show you. I'm not gutless." And so I went in the back and grabbed the paper with the asshole number on it and gave it to him.
Oh
I
shit.
was like, "Here you go, bro." I said, "I
Oh
told
my
you I'm not
god.
gutless."
Oh my god. That's insane.
So I couldn't imagine. I bet he like went to his fucking car thinking he won. Like I picture like he went to his car thinking he won. He's got corporates. He's got the guy's number he wants to talk to,
Right.
just to call it. And it's like, hey, the person who gave you this phone number thinks you're an asshole.
Dude, that's a story there. That's a story there. Yeah, how long ago did that happen?
Dude, that was a while ago.
I love
I've
those.
been at Humana for like almost 4 years.
Well, see, like
So
I think that like everybody in sales has that like crazy story, you know what I mean, about someone like being an asshole, you know?
oh for sure, yeah.
Dude, okay, so like the other day I was doing door to door, right? And I was in my where I live at, right? And like you know where I live, all right? I usually go to the nice part, East End, like all the time, right?
Yeah.
And I go to here and tell me why. One of the houses I was just like staying out in front of to like check my phone, mark some stuff off. They go, "What are you doing here?" He goes, "No." He goes, "You lost?" I said, "No, I'm just looking at my phone." He goes, "Whatever." And then he turns around. His wife comes back and she goes, "You know, there's no soliciting in this neighborhood." And I told her, I was like, "We're in such and such." What do you mean? What are you talking about? Like,
No soliciting.
yeah, and and like, of course, people don't know what actually soliciting means, and they don't know that like the rules and the laws of soliciting. So they always be like, "No soliciting. My HOA told me there's no soliciting. Your HOA can't do shit. All right, dude. Your HOA scammed you. Okay."
So what does that mean? That's what I've always wondered that because
So
like I remember when
if-
my dad moved into his old neighborhood.
Mhm.
They had a HOA and a big sign in the front of the neighborhood that said no soliciting. But
Most of
people
them-
are always trying to sell us shit.
Well, see, yeah, most HOAs would do that to trick people to say, "Oh, yeah, this is active." Well, the only way a no soliciting actually will be like effective for a whole neighborhood is if they have a code under the no soliciting in the state, like the actual state or the county gave that specific part of of the county. So like say Middletown, you know what I mean, or St. Matthews. No,
So they gotta get like a legal thing that says
Exactly.
no soliciting.
Yeah.
So if it just says no soliciting, then it's not a legal thing. It's just like hey, please don't.
Yeah, exactly. And plus,
We would prefer if you didn't.
right, and plus, it's a lot of people that a lot of HOAs will tell their people like, "Hey, you won't be bothered here, no soliciting." So like, a lot of people like to hear that too, and but like also you have your people can actually have like a whole soliciting license, and it's not illegal then. But the only thing that they can actually get you for is if you walk up to a door that says no soliciting, then that's a little sketchy. But still, even then, unless there's an actual cash exchange or a check exchange, it's not soliciting. So even if you give the card information, they're still not soliciting. So unless you're actually pocketing cash or check, like Girl Scouts, they're technically solicitors. Like they're the actual technical solicitor. So like unless you're taking like a hand-to-hand exchange, then you're not technically soliciting. So technically soliciting means hand-to-hand exchange. It doesn't mean like going door to door or anything. But people like to use that for the first thing. And and like there's people where I'll just be like, okay, I'll walk away. But then there's people that want to get on butt, and I'm like, bro, you're dumb. Just stop. Like, no. And they're like I've had people be like, I'm gonna call the cops. I'm like, all right, call them, and they never show up. They don't really care because like it's not like I'm actually doing a crime. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're not out there selling crack.
Exactly. Like I'm like lawn. I'm just selling lawn, bro. And like I had this one dude though, like where the neighborhood I was at. So I had that one dude incident. His wife was like, "I'm calling the cops." Blah blah blah. They never showed up. Literally 3 doors later, I made a sale in that neighborhood. So I thought it was even funnier because I was like, I chilled in the dude's house and everything. He was from New York. His name was Bill Palma from New York. Bill Palma, and like I remember his name and everything because he was a really cool guy. And he and then when I left his house the next day, I went back into the neighborhood. This guy was riding his little bicycle around the neighborhood, and he was like, "Who are you with?" And then he does a circle. I'm like, and I told him, and he's like, "There's no soliciting here." I said, "Okay." I said, "No, I'm allowed to." He goes, "No, you can't." It says in the HOA. I said, "Yeah, that doesn't matter. It's not law. It's not like a law. Your HOA is not the legal system. So yeah, you can call the cops if you want." And then he aggressively just like rode off, went around 3 more times, and then he goes, after the last time, he goes, I called the Better Business Bureau. I let the HOA know about all 3 of the neighborhoods that you're here, and you're never gonna be able to come back here ever again. And I was like, okay, I'll be back here tomorrow. See ya. And like,
Yeah.
my luck, I was literally driving out, and he was pulling into his house on his bicycle. I just would have went beep beep and waved at him. And he flicked me off. I'm like, yeah, bro, you don't scare me. You're just like this dude.
What an asshat.
Right. I was like, you're this dude that like thinks you live like in the East End, nice house, and you're like, there's no soliciting. And I'm like, bro, you live where there's like gunshots 5 fucking feet away from you every fucking night, most likely. Like, come on, dude. We're not in like,
Bro,
like I get it. I get like, you know, big nice neighborhoods. You know what I mean? But like,
yeah.
But like where I was at, I was like, are you serious? Like, you're not in the East End, so stop acting bouge.
Dude, I used to argue my dad's old neighborhood when I used to live with my dad. They had a really strict HOA, and I used to argue with the HOA lady all the time.
HOAs are so stupid.
Dude, it was so annoying. They were super. So I worked at UPS. I would work nights. I would come home at like 5, 6 a.m. And I had to get up at like, I don't know. I had to get up at like 10 a.m. for school and blah blah blah. Anyways,
does your shirt say Miller Life?
Miller Lite, baby.
Oh, I thought it said, okay, I couldn't see the T. I was like, does it say Miller Life? I was like, what the fuck? This guy, he's like, Miller Life since 1975, bitches.
Hell yeah.
Is that when Miller Lite became a thing? It was 1975?
I assume so.
I wonder when Bud Light became a thing. No, I'm interested.
I don't know.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, you know, this would be a good time to talk about. We understand the hurt and the pain and the suffering that Bud Light has caused to many people.
Yeah.
With their support of the LGBTQ community. So Jordan actually has started a foundation where they will dispose of your Bud Light products properly.
Into my belly.
So go ahead and send them to Jordan's foundation.
Yeah, send them to my foundation. Bro.
The Drunken Idiots Foundation.
The Drunken Idiots Foundation. Send it to our P.O. box.
He'll dispose of your Bud Light products properly. 100%.
100%. Bro, dude, so like, I know me and Donnie talk about just about every day. Donnie, I think will agree with this. Me and Donnie have a very weird friendship. Okay, we've been talking for like probably 5 years straight. every day. He's saying, "Hey, what's up, pussy, bussy? You know, what up, bitch? You know, hey, suck a dick. You know, this stupid shit, right?" And we saw each other at the mall, and that was like the first time me and Donnie saw each other in like 3 years. And we talk every day in real life, yeah. And we talk every day. And I left that moment. I was like, bro. I looked at Kayla. I was like, me and Donnie have a weird relationship. She goes, I know. I was like, she was like,
It's awkward in real life.
Yeah, like it's kind of awkward, but like.
But did I tell you I met Car Wreck in real life?
Really? I've never met Car Wreck in real life. That'd be cool. That'd be cool to meet Car Wreck in real life.
I bought my capture card.
Oh,
I bought it from him.
I remember that.
I met him at a gas station, dude. We just sat there and talked for like 30 minutes. We saw an old lady fall out of her Jeep.
That's hilarious.
And it was like in the height of the pandemic. So it was like really awkward because I was like, do you want me to wear a mask or not? And he was like, I don't care. And I was like, well, I don't care. But like,
yeah,
you know,
you don't care.
What do you want?
Yeah, you don't. You both didn't care, but it was just still like, what do you want me to know?
Yeah, like,
yeah.
What are we doing? You know?
Yeah. See, like, yeah, the last time me and you saw each other was right when the pandemic started, and Control Point was gonna be started, but then then COVID hit, and it just backfired for everything.
Yeah, lost a lot of money in the pandemic.
I think a lot of people did. See, I want to see Control Point get back up, though. I think it will be. I think it's going to be, of course, time now because, of course, everything's going up. Eventually, I mean, I know the market's going down now. I've definitely seen some
it's
changes.
nowhere near as expensive to build a bunch of gaming PCs as it was there for a while.
Oh, my God. Yeah, no. It's I could actually go on, PC Bros, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could find they have Dell gaming PCs now, right? And they build them themselves. They're like $250, bro. $250.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, that's so cheap. Like, you know what I mean? A graphics card 2 years ago that was like an i9 that was like not even the best fucking one out there was like $1,500.
So when I was streaming, right in the middle of all of that, I was streaming and I had to deal with Hacksaw where I was gonna give them, like we both, like agreed, like I would give them $250 and then they were gonna front $250, and then we would build a $500 gaming PC, and we were gonna give it away once a month for a year. But then all of a sudden, while that's going on, like at the beginning of that, you could build a pretty good like starter gaming PC for $500.
Yeah.
Then a couple months later, all the graphics cards just tripled in price.
Well, it was because of all the fucking.
We were like,
bros.
well, fuck, like what do we do now?
Yeah. Well, it was all because of the crypto bros. You know what I mean? Like they were all like cryptocurrency.
Yeah, the crypto.
And everyone was grabbing for straws, trying to stay rich, trying to still make money in the pandemic, and it was just like.
Bitcoin was up to $60,000.
Jesus Christ. That's insane.
It was so high. That's why people were buying them new graphics cards and just straight mining. You could make, I think at the peak, you could, if you had like 8 of the 3000 series cards, you were making like probably like $5,000 a month, something like that.
That's
just from one like mining setup. So it's like, imagine them dudes who had like 50 of them. Like that's insane.
That is insane. No, that is insane. That, dude, see, like, it's actually now it's almost, if not the same price, almost cheaper to just buy a pre-build now, and that's actually insane to see that, because throughout generations, it was the most cheapest to just go buy your own motherboard, buy your own RAM, all this and stuff. But like now, it went so high up in the market that it just crashed, and then now everything's just like dirt cheap. Like
I think it's back to. I think it's kind of back. It's starting to even out or get back to if you build it yourself, it's cheaper.
Yeah, no, yeah,
but
you're right about that. Yeah. See, I think that
it's really not that big of a. I think the convenience factor of ordering a pre-build is not much higher in cost as it used to be.
yeah. See, like I will say though, also I think that gaming PC, I think PCs in general. Again, I will always think this. I think that consoles will have their limit. I think consoles will have
Have their what?
their limit to like being popular, people buying them. I think that 100% because as soon as it becomes easily to connect Xbox, GameCube, Atari, any controller to a PC, really takes it to the next level to PC gaming. People are going to be like, why do I have this dog shit 60 FPS spending $500 when I could spend $500 on a 120 FPS PC and have a lot better graphics, a lot better render distance, a lot better everything. You know what I mean? And so,
Yeah.
like, and people are going to eventually, I truly think, again, PC is the next generation of gaming. It has been the generation of gaming for years. It was the first generation of gaming, truly. I don't think console really blew up until, like, me personally, I think, yeah, console has been big since like PS2, Xbox 360. But before then, of course, it was really little to none, except for like the gamers that had like GameCubes and Ataris, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. But, or like the Wii or something like that. But I think that PC dominated the industry until like 2020. Like, I mean, maybe a little sooner, but like really around like the late early 2000s, you know what I mean? Where like people were like, "Oh shit."
Well,
They loved CS:GO. The tournaments were crazy. There was only tournaments for PC. People were like, "I want to do this shit." And you know what I mean? Like, so I think that PC took it
what
over
are you?
for a while.
What era are you talking about?
I mean, well, see, the error is kind of weird when you're talking about gaming error because like games
I
didn't
feel
really get
like, as somebody like me personally, I grew up like I didn't have consoles. I had a gaming PC.
right. Yeah, exactly.
So I feel like all of my like middle school, high school like gaming, I really didn't play like there's nobody that I really gamed with because they all had consoles and I had PC.
Well, see, I think maybe it was just the crowd I was around. Like everybody of my friends had a console. They didn't have PCs. I will say that. But like
Yeah.
but like now a lot of people that I play with that have PCs now, you know what I mean? So I think that like again like either around like
I'd say
2019, around like 2019, like yeah, 2016 to 2019 era was really when PCs started popping off. And
I'd agree with that, yeah.
because like I remember like a study that we looked up during 2019 when we were talking or 2020 where it was like who plays more what's the most biggest gaming stuff, and like 25% in 2019 were gaming PC, and that was like the highest it's ever been in like years. And I think that's going to be different in the next honestly in the next 2 years, 3 years tops. Maybe maybe if we're like getting to extreme 5 years. But like I think that if the PC market starts staying where it's at and they start making affordable just gaming PCs, people are going to fucking why not? You know what I mean? Because the maintenance is a lot less because you don't have to go out and buy a new PC ever again. When you buy a PC, you're good. You're good for the rest of your life, like, in reality.
Well, I mean, also too, like PCs are easily upgradable.
Exactly.
You're out of storage, add another hard drive.
Well,
you know,
like
shit like that, and you know, consoles don't really. They kind of, but not really have that option.
exactly. It will, and then also like if you think about it, like this PC that I have now is probably what 10 years old, like at least, or a decade. You know what I mean? It's still fucking like yeah, I have some problems every now and then, but it's still up and kicking. But like a console, like my Xbox, it's like 5 years old. Like you can hear it overheating while playing a game. You know what I mean? So like, and I'm like, that's the difference. Like you can't easily clean a console, but a PC, you take off that case, you can clean it. You can change the parts. You can do whatever you want, And
Yeah.
if you smoke around your PC, yeah, it's bad, but you can clean it in the matter of literally in the matter of like 10 minutes probably.
Yeah.
And like, but like a console, you had to like look up a video, what screw to unscrew, you know what I mean? How to take off the case, how, what to do and what not to do. But PC, you just
Well,
know to go get an air can, spray out with the air can. There you go.
yeah, and you know what's crazy is I used to argue like, consoles kind of have their perks just because it makes it easier. It's a smaller box. All you have to do is plug in an HDMI cord, and have a wireless controller, and you're playing.
A lot more
But
convenient for
at the
sure.
same time, it's also like like it has your Hulu and your Netflix, your all of that. Like it's also like a streaming device too. Like, but nowadays, almost every TV you buy now is a smart TV. So that convenience factor of the console's gone. So it's kind of like, what, in my opinion, it's like, well, then what's the point?
Well,
What's the
that
point of it?
that too, but like think about the future of PC. If they can make you can technically broadcast your Xbox in your house anywhere you go, right? Even on a mobile phone. Wait until they do that to the PC. You know
They
what I mean?
already have.
Well, yeah. Technically, you could. Yeah, I mean, they've had done it for years. Because I mean, I remember back in the day, there was like an app you could download, and like your friend could take control of your PC, or like you could take control of your PC from like another area. Because but it was like done with the code and stuff like that. I can't remember. I don't know how to do
Well,
it now.
there's something called like Steam Deck. I
Huh?
think it's called Steam Deck. It's on Steam. You
Interesting.
can install it on your computer, and then you can install it on your phone, and you can basically play your games on your phone as if you're playing on your PC. And I watched this whole video on it. This guy set it up a way where he could play World of Warcraft on his phone.
Wonder, was he able to use a mouse and keyboard too? Because like
Yeah,
Bluetooth wise.
he used like an add-on on his computer to set it up to where it was easier for
That's
how he could
badass.
play on his phone.
That's badass. That's badass.
Yeah,
That's really badass. Yeah. See, like, I think that eventually it will be so easy to game on PC is either, well, I think, okay, so like, I think like, well, it'll be very easy and convenient, and that will take over the industry when that's available to like really just when everyone can just simply like it's very dumbed down where it's just like on your PC already. You know what I mean? Where you don't have to like download stuff because I think that will happen. But I think what will really take the PC generation into a next level. I think that you remember that movie where it's like about people living in a game and like like their whole world was like on treadmills. They're like in VR headsets. They have their own like characters and stuff, and they have like a game where you win a certain amount of money if you beat the game. Man, you probably know what it's called.
yeah. Spy Kids 3D. Yeah.
No, not Spy Kids 3D, but that's a good guess. Fuck, it's called like
Are you
Game
talking about Gamer,
Gamer. Yeah, maybe it's called Gamer. Yeah,
where they're controlling a real person?
yeah, something like that. Like, and I think that like that will definitely be the next generation. The next like, I truly think that will how we be playing. That's how we're gonna be playing games. And I would be totally down to play games like that. Like certain like war games. Oh, it's hell yeah. Put a headset on, give me a fake gun, let me run around the battlefield. Bah, 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 bah. You know what I mean? Like fake recoil, the
Yeah.
whole 9 yards. Of course, everyone's gonna love that. That's gonna be awesome. Fall Guys. Think about how Fall Guys would be. You walk around and you're jumping around. You're like, whoo, you're trying to grab shit, or like Among Us. Think about Among Us, like like you're walking around trying to sneak, and then, like,
Live Among Us, dude. That would be so intense.
it'd be kind of scary too because like the killer would just come out of nowhere and slit your throat and shit. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, imagine like you're chilling, somebody pops up out of the vent, dude. Like,
right, and like in your vision is only like what our vision is in real life. So like we could see here to here. Oh, you know what I mean? our side to side vision with just looking straight, but we couldn't see behind us. So like that would even be scarier because like you're always like looking behind your back, wondering if they're gonna pop up or something. See, like I think that gaming will 100% change for the better, but I think that it's gonna like some things are gonna take longer than others. But like we're at this technology stage where it's like, what's next? You know what I mean?
I think the next big breakthrough in gaming is going to be cloud graphics cards. Like, where graphics, like, the graphics that you use are from a cloud graphics card. So, even
Well,
though you don't have a super fancy gaming PC, if you have high internet, you
that would
can
be cool.
game like you do have a super advanced
They have
PC.
that on cloud gaming. They have that on Xbox now. So
Yeah,
they're
they've been working on it for a little bit. I think that's gonna be the next big thing. Like there's gonna be a replacement for that.
and see cloud gaming. If they should have like I know it's gonna take a while, but like they should have done it a long time ago. But like cloud gaming in general will change the gaming industry for the better because then memory storage doesn't fucking matter. You know what I mean? You don't have to download it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's just there, and that makes more sense because like yeah, I get that like you want people to come out and buy PCs again or buy RAM and stuff like that, but people will spend more money and more money for more of a reliable PC, more of a storage PC. You know what I mean? So if you came out with the cloud, say like the cloud PC Windows, say we're in like Windows 18 or whatever by then, right? And it's like the brand new fucking Windows computer, the brand new Microsoft computer. It has cloud, it has everything that you could think of. Xbox compatible, PlayStation compatible. It has everything you need in it. That you could sell that right there for $2,000, if not more. People would buy it, throw it off the shelves immediately, because then it makes it so convenient where you could play literally any game that you want, and play with your friends, play with your family. And if say they didn't do that the best way, every game is cross-platform. You know what I mean? Like, so in my opinion, it's either cross-platform for every single game, or like they make a console or a PC where it's like supporting every single console. Because truly, cross-platform's the next move. Like, think about being able to think about one of your like really good buddies that don't have a PC, and you haven't played for so long together because like you don't play your console no more. You play PC, right? And then
Yeah.
and then out of nowhere, WoW is available on the console for cross-platform, and you're like, bro, let's play. You know what I mean? We haven't played a game in like 10 years. Let's do this shit. People are going to immediately buy WoW and be ready to play. Because they're going to be like, dude, I haven't played with my friends in 10 years. I haven't played WoW in 10 years because I haven't had a PC in 10 years. You know what I mean? Or 5 or 3. And it's going to be, I think that will be like a big change in the gaming world. Like huge.
Yeah. Well, I feel like most games are already kind of cross-plat.
Yeah. Well, half and half. Like, see, like, I still think that like they have a lot of work to do with it because I like Ghost Recon. You ever played that game?
Mm-mm.
Oh wow, you should look into it. Ghost Recon is not a cross platform game. It should be because it's open world. It's like Call of Duty, but like you're in an open world and you're doing missions and like you can just like kind of like shoot people, shoot civilians. It's like Grand Theft Auto, right? Meets Call of Duty. Put it that way. It's
Okay.
Yeah, it's Grand Theft Auto meets Call of Duty. It's actually a really cool game, and but you don't have to do like sweats. It's like a third person view, where you can where you're like it's like a Fortnite view kind of thing. Unless you like look down the scope and shit like that. You ever play Tarkov? Tarkov?
Tarkov, yeah.
Tarkov, yeah. Put that game, but Call of Duty together. I guess that would be a better analogy right there. Yeah. Cause
Okay.
yeah, it's a really strategy game, but like you can also fuck around, like cause like there's like gangs, all like little gangs you can just like destroy, blow up their places and stuff like that, or like you can like one of the gangs they have like Bugattis they ride around and you can just like jack their Bugatti and shit.
Bugatti.
Bugatti with my bubble water, bubble water.
Bugatti.
But yeah, no, yeah. I think that things are gonna change soon. We're gonna get old, bro, and we're gonna have people younger than us talking about how dog shit we are and how grandpas we are, because they're gonna have new shit and they're gonna be like, yeah, back in your day you played on the fucking Xbox original and
I'll
Atari.
say, motherfucker, you don't want me
GameCube.
on mouse and keyboard, bitch.
Exactly, exactly.
Fucking, you don't want me on mouse and keyboard, motherfucker.
Bro, I will say the new generation of trash talkers, you either get like these trash talkers that are like, you know, that are not too bad, or you get these like trash talkers that are like bad. You know what I mean? Like they're like really bad. Like they be saying some like really off the wall shit.
I feel like the better, or not the better, the more crazy the trash talk, the way worse the person is.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like,
Cuz
dude, nah. So I played. So, I've played a lot of basketball in my life. I don't know if you know that, but I've
oh,
played a lot of
really?
basketball in my life.
Donnie
I
plays
was in a
basketball?
I was in a basketball league with some friends from high school, and the only reason, like, I'm really not competitive anymore when it comes to basketball. Like, at this point, it's
You're getting
like I'm
old,
not gonna
bro.
make it to some professional league. Like, I'm just trying to like work out and have fun,
Right, yeah,
and
yeah.
so like I really don't care that much, and so because of that, I haven't played in a league in like a couple of years. And so this guy was like, "We play. We need one." The guy who texts me every time I've ever played in a league against him, he was always on a really stacked team because like it had like a bunch of people from our high school that we all played together for years. So when he asked me, I was like, "Fuck it." I was like, "I won't have to care because I'll be on like a stacked team. It'll be chill." And I show up to play these games, and our team's terrible. So I have
Oh,
to try really
wow.
hard.
Ah.
So I was a little bit salty about that to start off with, right? And then, so later in the season, like one of the last games of the season before the tournament, we played this team that was like their shirt was pink, and their team name was the Shockers. So and they had like the Shockers hand on their shirt. Um, These guys, dude, they were talking crazy. And my team, like, there's like two or three of us who like we can like go off at any moment, like if we get pissed off.
Right.
And so we're like beating them the whole time, but they are talking crazy. And this one guy, this dude, so I came down the court and did a crossover, and the people were kind of like, "Oh," and he was like, I'm not going in." Like he was in the process of saying like he didn't go anywhere, and I shot it and I hit a three, and then I walked away and I just pointed at him and I was laughing, and so he got pissed off and he started talking crazy to me the whole game, like just talking. He's just like if 17-year-old Donnie, I would have fought him
Oh,
like
really?
100%. I would have fought him. But like me, like now, like I don't really care. But
Right.
like he was talking crazy, but every single one of us was torching him. Like we were all like we were talking back like we want you to guard us. Like every one of us are scoring on you. Like and but yeah, we played him one game and like he was talking crazy and we all went off on him. And then we played him again in the tournament, dude. And it was like the same thing, dude. Like two plays in the game, this guy starts talking crazy. He even said something. I feel like what he said to Craig was kind of racist.
Oh,
Told
really?
Craig that he belonged on a soccer field.
Oh my God, was Craig
But
like? What the
No,
hell?
he's like he looks like a mixed black guy. He doesn't even look Mexican.
That's insane, dude. What the fuck? Yeah,
But
that's like too far. See, like that's when trash
eh,
talk becomes too far. It's like,
and I know, I
and see,
know.
like
Well,
me personally, I think it means you have a small brain and your like education is very limited because your vocabulary can't go past of racial slurs and like stupid shit. Like people be like, you know what, you fucking fuck you, you smell. Yeah, you smelled it. You know, like, trash talking of like the same thing and saying the same thing and then saying a racial slur. And I'm like, bro, you're saying the same exact thing and then you're saying a racial slur. Your vocabulary must be so small that you can't think of anything but suck a dick or fuck you. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like people be trash talking in the weirdest ways. But keep going. Sorry.
no, you're good. No, yeah, he said that, man. He said some crazy stuff, and he was terrible. Like I sat there, I told him like so like the game's almost over, and he was still talking, and I was like, bro, I was like, we're not even trying. It's
We're
like,
not even trying, bro. Do
I
you want
said,
us to try?
he said, what makes you think we're trying? I said, because the way you talk and the way you play, I know you're trying very hard. And he said
What, man?
something. I said,
Wait, hang.
go ahead.
Oh my god. Holy. Dude. Oh my god, dude.
What?
Oh my god. Kayla just screamed so loud because of Taylor Swift. And I thought there was an intruder. And I was about to bust a cap in someone's ass. You scared me. Do you understand that? I thought that you were like,
Taylor Swift is the problem, dude.
stop. What are you talking about? Loki's barking. Yo, I heard that. Meme heard that. Did you hear that?
What?
Did you hear Kayla screaming? Bro,
No.
I got scared for a moment. I thought there was an intruder. I was about to bust a cap in someone's ass, like straight up. I was like, all right, bet. Like,
You're like, I've been fucking training for this.
yeah, I've been training. I've been going to the range for this shit. Where you at? Where's your head? Pop, pop. Like, dude, it scared the shit out of me. Meme, did that scare you, bro? Because it scared me. Like, Jesus. Meme was like, I heard that dead face. Like, I thought, for a split second, I thought someone was intruding, and then I heard something about Taylor Swift, and I was like, all right.
You thought Taylor Swift was in your house. Who's in the house?
Who's in the house? I'll be right back. I'm gonna go use the restroom. I will be right back, guys. We're gonna take a 5 minute break. All right, chat, guys. We will be right back. Enjoy the silence for a little bit, okay?
Two.
Donnie, I'll be right back. All right.
All right. All right. I'll tell you what I want. What I really, really want. Dude.
there, Donnie?
Hello?
All right, sorry. Yeah. I told chat that I would be back in 5 to 10. I didn't know if you heard me. How long was I gone, chat? Yo, wait. Meme, you donated. Meme has donated to the dude. Meme is our top donator, just so you know, Donnie. And
Hell yeah.
He donated just now while I was gone. He donated. Holy shit! He donated 30 roses, 19 roses, 8 roses, and then he donated a TikTok sign 4 times, 1 time, 3 hot chili peppers, 4 lightning bolts, 3 music symbols, what's that? 3 of something else, the world, a gift bag, a robot, a lot of stuff, bro. He donated a lot of things. He probably donated at least
I feel like that calls for
a shot.
toast.
A toast? Yeah, let's do it with a toast. Toast, even though Donnie can't see me, I could see you. Cheers, my brother. This will definitely get us into our next topic, though. So, current things that I've been going through. So, you know how I am about we and you've had talks about the firearms things and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And I've never been against them ever. But recently, Donnie knows this. I bought a firearm because there was yeah. May, thank you for the thank you for the fucking thank you for the gifted meme. He gifted me a May. It's a May gift, and it's one of those. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. Me and Donnie both do. So
cheers, May.
I told Donnie a little bit about this, but my neighbor is a tweaker, and we were looking for our cat at 3 a.m. because we thought our cat got out. We had some food. We were walking down the street with some food, and our tweaker's friends accused us of looking at their cars, and I had a basically fight at 3 a.m. of my neighbor's friends that I've been neighbors with for like 3-4 years now, saying I was looking through cars. It was some fucking tweaker shit, crazy shit. You know, I won. I'm gonna put that that way. I won. Okay, I won. Okay,
Not that we're keeping score.
We're not keeping, even though we're not keeping score, but I won. Okay, guys, I just wanted to let you know, guys, I won. But basically, there's been about, dude, I kid you not, Donnie, 4 times this month. I mean, not this month, but like in the last month, 4 times I've had 4 different people, 4 different strangers in my life try to, like, they came at me like I'm a target. Like, I don't know what it is. I'm a target. Like, I was at the liquor store the other day. This dude, I held the door open for him, was very nice to him, very cool to him, right? Walked into the liquor store, walked around the open area to look at my liquor, and he asked the fucking cashier, "Do you know him?" She's like, "Yeah, he's a customer." He goes, "Do you really know him?" She goes, "Yeah, he comes in here. This is the liquor store he comes in." And he goes, and then he looks at me and goes, "I'm sorry, I'm a security guard." And I'm like, "What? What do you mean by that? What were you ready to do to me? Like, if she didn't know me, like, what? Like, I'm confused. Is this not America? Can I not just walk into a liquor store without being attacked?" And, you know, so, like, I conceal carry now. And, you know, and
this is America.
Right, like, and so, like, now I conceal carry, and it's because, like, truly, I think I'm a target, bro. I don't know what it is. I think I'm a target of a lot. I think people find me intimidating, and that's crazy to me because I'm not like a huge person. You know me in real life. I'm not like huge. I'm not like stocky or anything. But like some reason, some way, somehow, people want to start shit with me, and the thing is, like, I don't see these people as such threats of like, oh, they're gonna kill me, but like, what if of that person that tries to? What if that person that tries to, like, that gets the best of me and Kayla's around? You know what I mean? There's just like these what if situations, and I'm just like, this world's too scary not to anymore. You know?
Yeah.
It's too scary not to, and like, it's just, I don't know, man. So I bought a gun and I bought Kayla one too. We got the Taurus C2G 9mm. Really nice gun. I suggest it to anyone that's just looking for a concealed carry, just a carry or a good defense system for your home because it does some damage. Very good accuracy. There's some good scope options. I don't have any yet, but like good accuracy, I will tell you that. And like, I'm not gonna lie, it's a hobby now. Like, I like to go to the range. I love going to the range, bro. It's awesome. Like, it's just one of those things I really do, and like, I enjoy. It gives me more comfort knowing that like, if shit hit the fan, I can actually do something. You know what I mean? Like the other day, I was sitting in my car. I was like, "What would I do if like I seen someone pull out a gun on somebody and threaten their life?" I was like, "Oh, dude, I'd instantly pull out mine." Like, you know what I mean? Like, because I wouldn't see that happen, and I'd be able to do that because I'm actually able to. Now that like, do I want to? No, because gun violence doesn't fix anything with more guns. You know what I mean? That's just statistically true. You know what I mean? You can't fix gun violence with guns. You know what I mean? But the only way to stop someone with a gun is to use a gun. You know what I mean? So it's like really hard. It's a really hard thing to pick and choose. But I really like the safety that I have. Like, I feel like inside now, because I used to not think that way. But since I've been to Louisville, bro, I don't know if I've told you all these stories, but like since I've been to Louisville, I've had a tweaker break down my door in an apartment. I've had a dude try to literally like drag Kayla out of the car, and I had to jump out of the car and fight him on the side of the fucking road. I've had fucking guns pulled out. I've had people fight me that are my neighbors. I've had guns pointed at our backyard. You know what I mean? So like all these things add up, and it's just like, what do I do? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
how do I keep this from not happening? Do I want to go shoot someone? No, fuck no. I don't want to. Like, I'm a vegetarian, so I can't kill an animal. How can I kill? I'm not ready to kill, like, shoot a human. You know what I mean? If I have to, I have to. But like, now that I have that option of like keeping myself safe no matter what is great. You know what I mean? Of course, that's my last result. That's like the last result. Like the final, like, okay, I think I'm gonna die. You know what I mean? Or I think Kayla's in danger and I can't protect her. You know what I mean? Or such and such.
Yeah.
So, and I just, it's just crazy. Like the world that we live in is getting crazier and crazier. And like Thunder, bro. Thunder, no one showed up to Thunder. They were expecting a blowout. My sister, my brother, my mom, and all them went to Thunder. They had a bench seat. They got there late. They didn't get there at like 2 or 1. They got there at like 6 or 7. And they had a bench seat on the river. Yeah, on the river. And that's how many people that were there. Like,
I mean, yeah, I'd be terrified to go.
we didn't go.
I mean, I'm terrified to go. I'll never forget one of the first couple times I went, we went to the Louisville skate park. My dad took me to the Louisville skate park, dude. And I mean, I kid you not, there were people like just straight up getting beat up and their skateboards stolen from them, like left and right.
That's insane
Like
to me.
the whole day, dude. Then somebody like pulled out a gun and shot it up, and everybody like ran the other direction. My dad was like, "All right, let's go."
Yeah.
Like,
well, see, that's the thing. Like, see, and all these other, like, these teenage kids have, like, it's so easy to get a gun. You know how quick it was for me to buy my gun, bro? You know how quick it was? I
don't doubt it.
I had an hour lunch, and in that hour, I bought a gun.
Yep.
And it was yes and no questions. That's it. That's all it was. And it was so easy. It's like that. It's like the bank shooting that happened. That kid was literally normal, P's and Q's. Was a great student and did sports. All the whole 9 yards. He got fired from his job. Something clicked. He literally went to go buy a gun a week before, and he knew when the meeting happened, and he just shot. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's so easy to get them, and then Also, it's so easy for young people that don't think, or people in general that don't think about the consequences of that and just do on pure reaction. You know what I mean? And so, like, it just like the whole, all the violence is getting worse and worse. Like, did you know? I learned this the other day. Did you know there's two parties? When I say parties, not political parties, but when I say two parties, there's two parties of sex trafficking, of big sex traffickers, right? That go to Churchill Downs. This is the biggest time. The Derby is the one of the biggest times for people to see it sex traffic. And there's people that will go in there, have female recruiters, and there's a post on Facebook there that their kid came back to them and told them this. And the kids came back and was like, this chick was saying that there's gonna be football players, all these things. You just gotta send a picture to these people, see if you can get in, see if you're pretty enough. And there's usually the tickets are $100, but if you're accepted, it's free, and it's an after party. And it's like, think about the kids that aren't good kids that are like, hey, we're gonna spend the night at her house. Okay, we're gonna head out, spend the night at her house, go to the party. You know what I mean? Sex trafficked, or whatever happens in those parties. But like, it's such a big thing that Churchill Downs keeps an eye on it as much as possible, but it happens in like the bathrooms and like nothing's done about it. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like holy
Well,
shit.
yeah, I've heard about that as well.
It's
I've also heard that Disney World is another place where it's like super like sex trafficking going on there. That's why I'm terrified to take my kids to Disney World.
Yeah, no, yeah. Like I don't want to live in fear. Obviously, none of us want to live in fear because it's the worst way to live. But like you have to keep that in the back of your mind everywhere you go. At any point, any time, someone bigger, badder than you could literally fuck you up and take everything that you know. Or you go to the bathroom, they go to the bathroom, you never see them again. You know what I mean? Or you're in Kroger, someone shoots a Kroger or a bank or shit. It's like, what is wrong with society these days? Like, we're supposed to be like the safest country, and I know we're better than a lot of countries, but like, it's to the point where it's like, how are we safe when the biggest battle in our country is literally people in our country? You know what I mean? Like, the biggest threat to me,
Yeah,
it's not war, it's not China, it's not Russia, that's not the biggest
it's
threat to
other
me.
people.
It's other people, exactly. Like,
Yeah, I agree.
like, I don't care about the other countries. Like, okay, if that happens, I have no control in that at all. That's this fate. You know what I mean? That's gonna happen. Whatever. But what I can somewhat have control in is these fucking people just going crazy and AWOL, and like, it's insane. Like,
Honestly, though, I hate to say it, but I feel like a lot of it is a complete lack of observation.
oh yeah, that's true. A lot of people are oblivious that everyone's comfortable, so comfortable.
Like
Like,
there's this whole like series about this guy. There's this guy who he had mental issues. He had a YouTube page. Like he had like a kind of like a big deal YouTube channel, and was talking about like literally talked about it for like years, like shooting up his work, and
oh my god,
like filmed the whole thing, put it all on YouTube, Twitter,
oh my
like
god.
everywhere. And he actually did it. He went and shot up his work, killed a bunch of his coworkers, and then killed himself. Like, and like all of it was like things that he had been saying he was going to do. And then like even like what's crazy is there's a part like right before he does it. He's like, "All right, everybody who believes in fate, this is a test for you." He's like, "I'm gonna flip a coin. If it lands on heads, I'll just kill myself. If it lands on tails, I'm gonna go to work and execute the plan." And it landed on tails, and he was like, "There you go.
That's insane.
Like, there's your fate."
That's insane. There's like, okay, like when you say there's people are like not like aware of their surroundings, that actually reminded me of a today situation. Today, me and Kayla go get a money order, right? And the lady, while we're in the line, the dude, like, the money people that deliver money and stuff in the trucks, he would, like,
Yeah.
one of the dudes were there, of course, all suited up, all like armored up and everything. But she said very, very loudly to this dude. She said really loudly to this dude. She goes, "Oh, you're all by yourself?" And I'm like, "What the fuck? You're like, these people are already targets. Like, people are already wanting to take money out of their fucking take money out of their truck. You know what I mean?" And then me and Kayla
Yeah.
walk up to the fucking place, and then she like loudly says how much we're getting of a money order, and I'm like, that, like, you're so oblivious to the world that you're like, oh, I'm just gonna let everyone know, like, this person's alone, this person's getting this much money in a money order. You know what? You don't know who's around you. Someone could have easily went behind that security guard and like waited to them open up that door, knowing they're alone, and just took all that money, or try to rob me and Kayla because they knew how much money we had for a money order, because we didn't fill it out yet. So a money order, if you don't fill it out yet, you could fucking fill it out to anything. You know what I mean? If someone steals it. And so, like, people are very, very, very oblivious to, like, situations. And, like, today me and Kayla were like, holy crap, she must have never, like, went through, like, a serious thing in her life to be this oblivious to life. You know what I mean? Because, like,
Yeah. Makes sense.
like, I couldn't imagine, like, so, okay, say me and you met up and we're in a public place, and I'm like, all right, yeah, this is $500, very loudly. All right, you're gonna give me the 500, bet. All right, yeah, and there's people all around. It's like, shut up. Why are you letting people know that you're about to have cash in your hand and I'm about to buy something that's worth $500? People could easily just turn around and rob us. You know what I mean? Like, it's being very,
Yeah.
you're not aware of your surroundings. And I'm like, anywhere you go anymore, you have to be aware of your surroundings. It doesn't matter. It's shown. You could see a family of four, a dad that looks healthy and good, but recently, a lot of dads have killed themselves and their whole family because they snapped. You know what I mean? Because, like, a lot of mental issues have came up and they never got it taken care of and they snap. Like, that's happened in, like, the last year, more than a lot of years of that happening. And so, like, you can't cross anyone out from being a bad guy anymore.
Yeah.
And that just is,
No, dude. That reminds me of so there was this time, so when I was working at Spectrum, so how do I start this? Control Point, right?
yeah.
The whole Control Point thing. Whenever I worked at Spectrum, I got this coworker named Hayden.
Mm-hmm.
He started working with us, and Hayden's like a couple years older than me. Hang on. Hayden's a couple years older than me. He was very like smart. Like, he had like a bachelor's degree
Uh-huh.
and a bunch of stuff. And like, he and I really like hit it off. Like, we played WoW together, we played RuneScape together, we played Fortnite together. Like, he and I got really close for a while, and he and I actually came up with the what would become the business model for Control Point Gaming Center.
Right.
He and I went to Virginia because my mom and stepdad live in Virginia. But my stepdad was there first for work for a while, and he was in a hotel room, so he didn't have his gaming PC. So he ended up kind of like looking around and found that there was a gaming center not too far. So he started going to the gaming center to play games for like a couple months. It was just telling me all about it because I've talked about them previously throughout my life. Like, they were big in other countries, they're not really big in America. So on and so forth. Anyway, so fast forward. Hayden and I come up with the business model and business plans for Control Point Gaming Center. We're working on all of that. Like, this is all pre-pandemic. This was when like things were like really in the motion. My grandma was going to be a primary investor.
Oh, really?
So my grandma, she gave me, she was investing, I'll just say it, she was investing 10 grand into Control Point.
Nice.
So my grandma had given me 5K previously, and she was supposed to give me the other five because we were about to do some stuff. And so, anyways, she showed up at Spectrum one day.
Uh huh.
Like, and my grandma was a, you know, mail delivery person. She worked for USPS for forever and then retired.
Right.
Um, she showed up in like her like work gear. I was like, "What are you doing here, Nana? Like, what's up?" And she gave me in the lobby full of customers an envelope that was full of hundreds.
Oh my god.
It was $5,000 in cash.
Oh my god.
I said, "Why would you bring this here?" I was like, "Why would you do like in Okolona, right? I'm in Okolona,
Uh huh.
the Okolona Spectrum store." I'm
Oh.
like, "Why would you do this to me?"
Right.
So she gives me an envelope. She got 5 grand in cash in it, and I was like, "Oh no!" So, like, all right, I'm gonna take this to the bank. And we had so Hayden and I had a business account at what's it called? The Blue Bank. I think it's called.
The Blue Bank.
Yeah, it's a Blue Bank.
You
I think
never.
what's called right now. I'm toasted.
uh
Um. Anyways, we had a business account at a bank down the street. So I told my supervisor, I said, my grandma just gave me a chunk of cash. I need to go put it in the bank. I don't feel safe walking around with it. She's like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, my grandma gave me fucking $5,000 in cash. I want to go put it in the bank right now because I don't want to just be walking around with this.
Right.
And she was like, "Oh my god, okay, go ahead and go."
Yeah. No, you need to get the fuck out of there, like quick.
Yeah.
Cause
She's like, "Why did she do that?" I was like, "It's long story short, it's an investment. It's not mine."
that's insane, dude. And like, see, that's the thing. Like, your grandma, she probably has like her being her sweet self, like probably hasn't had to go through someone like just jacking her for her money. You know what I mean? So she was just like, "Ah, here you go, Donnie. Here you know, with all the customers there," and she's just like,
Well,
"Oh, you know, whatever."
the the thing was she was giving me 10, but she told my grandpa because he's like stingy money hoarder that she was gonna give me 5.
Mm.
So he saw her give her the 5, but he didn't know about the other 5. So she just snuck it to me after work one day.
Oh, okay. See, like, it could have been that could have went bad. That could have went bad for sure. It could
Oh
have.
yeah. I was like, "Nana, what are you doing?"
Right, like, oh, I couldn't imagine
Like
that.
no warning or anything.
That actually reminds me. So, like, it's been years since I worked there, so I could say this now. I worked at McDonald's when I was a kid, like 16, 17 years old, right? And like that's when I was really becoming like I was like a big pothead already, and like then I was like, oh, dude, I could just buy whatever. Well, I was so oblivious, and like the dude I was buying from was oblivious too, because he was a teenager too, and we were both oblivious to the world, and we straight up did a deal of like $200 in the middle of McDonald's, like in the fucking like where I worked, and we exchanged the money and the weed right then and there, and like my coworkers like, we saw that. I was like, what? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, bro? I don't know what you mean. And McDonald's, they don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? So like, they were like, we saw that. And I was like, what are you talking about? And they were like, you know how dumb that was, right? I was like, what do you mean, dude? I'm like young, so I'm like, what do you mean, dude? I don't know what you're talking about. I was just, it's an investment, just like saying some stupid shit. And my manager was cool as fuck. She didn't care. She wasn't like bitching me out. She goes, I want you to be safe. I was like, what do you mean? She goes, I saw that. customer saw that. She goes, I don't care because they're still going to come back. It's not going to destroy our reputation or anything, like, obviously. But she was like, you know what could have happened? I was like, what do you mean? She goes, anyone in that fucking, that dining room could have literally took his money, took your bud, and just ran off with it. I was like, huh. Never thought about it like that. And, like, that's one of my young and dumb moments where I'm like, dude, why did I do that? You know what I mean? Like, I was so oblivious to the world. But, like, I lived out in Lebanon Junction at the time. You know what I mean? So, like,
Yeah.
there was no world for me to explore except for, like, nothing. Like, you know, we had a McDonald's and a Subway and a Pilot. That's kind of it. That was it. You know, we had this church down there somewhere. I don't know which one. They may have like two, I think. And like, there's like 1,000 people that live there. So like, you know, like the world was still like fresh to me. And I've had those oblivious moments though. I've definitely had those oblivious
for sure.
moments.
There was a time. There was so. First off, R.I.P. to the great grandparents.
R.I.P.
There was a time where my great grandparents were in the town, and we were staying at. So they're from They lived in Texas. They came in with a camper and stayed at like a KY. What's it called? KYC.
KYA. I think it's called KYA.
KYA.
KEY or something like that. Yeah, I know what you're
Something
talking
like
about.
that. Yeah. They stay at like a campground in Shepherdsville.
I know exactly which one you're talking about. Yeah.
And I had to be like in 4th, 5th grade. Anyways, I met the campground at a playground. I was playing at the playground. There was like a girl there that I was playing with. For whatever reason, my great grandparents like went to their camper and I guess meant to like come right back or something. I don't really know. But they walked away, and then this girl had to go back to her camper, and I was like, I'll go with you. Like, so I went with her and was like totally like in this like these strangers like camper
Oh God.
as a young boy. And like my great grandparents freaked the fuck out.
Oh, I
Like
can imagine.
they're walking around like I remember like I was chilling with her family like talking, and I could
What?
hear them yelling outside the windows
miss?
like Donna,
What
like, and they were like, "Is that you?" And I was like, "Yeah." They're like, "You should probably go." I was like, "Yeah," and they like freaked out. But like in today's world, like at my current age, like knowing things that I know now, like like how terrifying is that? That could have been the wrong person.
No, yeah, that 100% could have been the wrong person. Like, see, so like there was a situation where I was 15 maybe, and I tell Kayla this. I tell this story. I used to just like I used to not tell people my rambunctious times, like, you know what I mean? Because like I didn't want them to think I was too crazy, and like I didn't want my family to obviously know exactly what I was doing. So Kayla was like the first person to hear the story, and she was like, "Bro, you could have got killed, you could have murdered, you could have got kidnapped, you could have got sex trafficked." But so what happened was I was, you know, chilling on Facebook, chilling in my room, just bored, and I got an ad from this. I got a friend request from this dude. You know, I don't know who this dude is. He messages me. You want to party? Oh yeah, I like to party. Yeah, let's party.
Yeah.
Drives me all the way to Lexington, and we party. The dude is he did ice. He did meth. So like, and I didn't fuck with that. I didn't know he did that before. But like, I smoked weed, and so like I smoked weed the whole time, and like, but I was terrified to go to sleep. When I got there, I was like, oh wait, where am I at? Like, I don't know where the fuck I'm at. Like, shit. Like, okay, I all right, you know, all right, keep your cool. And I stayed for the whole weekend. My grandma didn't know where I was at. She thought I was at my buddy's house. No one knew where I was at. My phone died eventually, and I stayed up for 3 days straight because I was like terrified, but like I had a blast. And then, yeah, like I had a blast. Like I truly did. Like for
10 out
some,
of 10 can't complain, but like
it,
also
yeah, right. 10 out of 10 can't complain, but like also like I could have definitely it could have definitely went south. You know what I mean? It could have went south 100%. And so like I was telling Kayla this story, and she was like, "Dude, what's wrong with you?" I said, "What do you mean?" She goes, "You know what could have happened?" And this dude was 28 years old, like 30 years old. So like he wasn't even like near my age. He was just like some
oh
random
my
dude.
god.
And she's like, "What possessed you to do that?" I said, "He wanted to party. I wanted to party too." Like, what do you mean? And she was
I'm not hearing where you're struggling, Caleb.
right. Like I'm like, I don't know where you're coming from for this, but like it was a good time. I had fun. Let's go, you know? And she's like, no.
I've been looking for that guy ever since.
Right. And she's like, no, you realize that you could have never been seen again. And I was like, huh. You got a good point there. I was so oblivious.
You're like,
to the
wait,
world.
wait a minute.
Wait. You're telling me this dude could have like killed me? Could have sex trafficked me, raped me, anything could have happened. She's like, yeah. And later on in life, the dude hit me up randomly again, and he was like, "You want to hang out?" I was like, "Bro, stop talking to me. Leave me alone." I was like, "Leave me alone. I don't know who you are." He was
My
like,
fiance has me on to you.
right, exactly. Like I didn't. That's how dumb I was. Like I didn't realize the state, like the consequence that could have carried it. Like after like the only time I was comfortable was we went to Lexington. We went back to his house. He had a roommate, and so that was made it a little more comfortable. It wasn't just like me and him. He had a roommate. So, and him and his roommate were pretty cool. His roommate was a straight edge guy. He didn't drink. He didn't smoke or nothing. He knew his roommate was a tweaker, but like he didn't like it. Like literally, that's how much I knew about. Like that's how much I like learned about their life, and like, but like the only time I felt safe was, and dude, you're gonna probably be like, dude, you're dumb. So we were at this dude's house, full tweakers, full tweakers. They had meth bongs, they had meth pipes. They didn't just like use the chicken bone. They like went all out. Like they were like stoners, but with meth. You know what I mean? Like you know, getting the biggest meth bongs, getting the biggest clouds and shit like that. And there was just one dude out of all of them, which I think he was a tweaker, but like I didn't know he was my age, but I didn't know it at the time. And my dumb ass, I knew I was like I don't want to smoke meth. You know what I mean? I didn't want to do drugs.
Yeah.
You know, I was offered it. I didn't want to do it. I was like I seen what that path is, and I didn't want to do it. The one thing I did mess up on was the dude, and I guess I had a little bit of trust in this dude because he was my age. This dude, he goes, "Bro, hit this," and I was like, "What is it?" And he was like, "Just hit it, bro. Just hit it. I promise you, I wouldn't do anything that would fuck you up. Just hit it." I didn't know what it was. It was dabs, but I didn't know what it was, so I just hit it. And then he goes, "It was dabs, just so you know." Bro, I was so fucking high that like all my worries, all my worries were gone. I was like, bro, I'm in a magical place right now. I'm fine. I don't know where I'm at. It's in the dark. It's like 3 a.m. It's Saturday. We've been up for 2 days now. I'm chilling. Let's go. And after that, of course, the paranoia kicked in because, like, you know, I'm really high, and then I'm like, oh shit, dude, my grandma's probably wanting to know where I'm at. I haven't talked to her in like 2 days, and so like
reality starts kicking in.
Yeah, and so reality kicks in, and then I looked at the dude. I said, we gotta go. He goes, right now? I was like, yeah, I want to go home, like now. And he was like, really? I was like, yeah, dude, I don't feel comfortable anymore. And he was like, okay. The whole ride back, he was silent. I was smoking still. And as soon as I got to my house, dude, I literally was gone. I just was like, no. And like, I guess like maybe something could have happened if I didn't do that. But like something, like just like something, it was something about, like, I was just like, the crowd I'm in is just not a good crowd. Like, obviously, you know what I mean? I was all around drug addicts. But, like, that was the crowd I grew up with. Like, it's, you know, it sucks to say, but, like, my whole family were drug addicts. So, like, that was the crowd I knew. So I was like, oh, this is normal. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
until like years later, I truly didn't think that like anything could have happened to me. I was like Man of Steel. You know what I mean? And now I'm like, dude, I would if I had a kid and they did that, dude, I would beat that dude's ass, and then my kid would be grounded for the rest of their life. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, dude, that'd be tough.
dude, exactly. Like it, dude. And now like with it, like of course I'm gonna have kids down the road when I'm ready, but like I can't imagine it. I can't imagine it. Sorry, I'm ADHD, so this popped in my head about kids. Me and Donnie were talking on text, and he was talking about his kids, and I said FUCK, and then I said HTEM, and then I said KISDS, and he goes, damn. And he was like, bro, I want to go travel, but you know, I have Amelia here and Cruz here, and it's gonna be hard to travel. I said, bro, leave those kids with those grandparents, make them miss you, and when you get back, they're gonna love you even more. And he goes, damn, that just get dark. I was like, that's what my parents did.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, he was like, damn, that got dark. I was like, he goes, no wonder you don't want kids. I told Kayla that, and she looked at me, she goes, Jesus Christ, you got dark. I was like, dude, I saw the opportunity. I was like, Donnie probably like, what the fuck? And I'm over here hysterically laughing.
I knew exactly what you were saying when you were saying it. I was like, damn. Like,
I was dying laughing. Like, dark humor, I love dark humor sometimes. And that was one of the moments where I was like, that was the best joke in the world to me right then and there. I was like, dude, fuck those kids. Like Donnie will he'll be like, oh, I gotta put the kids in bed, or if like, or you know, the kids, I'll literally, he knows my response, fuck those kids. I mean, fuck them kids.
I know.
See, like, I want kids eventually, but like, it's hard to like imagine having kids right now. Truly, it's hard to imagine having kids right now. Like, me and Kayla right now, like, we're going to Nashville tomorrow because, okay, Kayla has tickets to the Taylor Swift concert, right? But she's a big Swiftie. She's been a Swiftie since she was literally since she came out. So Kayla, she was like, can we go to Nashville?
Since Kayla came out?
Basically, yeah. but Kayla was like, can we go to Nashville and tailgate? And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. So we're going to Nashville tomorrow and tailgate and getting, you know, having fun and shit. And like, I was like, bro, we couldn't do this if we had kids. You know what I mean? Like, we couldn't just and go where the fuck we want if we had kids. And don't get me wrong, kids seem cool, but like Jesus, like my coworker, I was on the phone with him, and his daughter couldn't find her coloring book, and she went ballistic. Like, not ballistic, like, I mean, like, screaming, crying, like, you could hear, like, beating the windows, like, my book, and the book was beside her the whole time. And I was like, bro, I would have slapped the fucking kid. I would have backhand that motherfucker. Shut the fuck up! You know what I mean? Like, but,
yeah.
And that's why I'm not a father yet, you know? That's why I'm not a father yet, because I gotta have patience, and my patience is not good sometimes, and I'll tell you that. But I gotta learn that down the road. But kids, but like,
I had a buddy the other day when Kyla was actually with me, and we were talking about kids. He said, he was like, me and my wife are talking about starting to try to have kids, blah blah blah. You have any advice, or I don't remember what it was, but he was like, what do you think about us having kids? And I was like, imagine being able to do anything you want to, whenever you want to, and then just now it's gone.
Yep. Well, see, I have.
I was like, damn.
Well, that's true though. Like, because I have dogs. So like, I know dogs have are not compared to kids of how much you have to spend, but like, you could spend a good amount. But with being where kids and dogs and like or animals come alike is you can't leave your dog at home for a week. You can't leave your kid at home for a week. And we have multiple dogs. So like like Memorial Weekend, will probably be the one weekend, the only weekend, not the only, I hope not, but one of the only weekends this summer that me and Kayla can go to the campsite and sleep there together. Most of the time, I'm going to have to go there and stay there alone when my family is there because she has to go back and take care of the dogs, make sure the dogs are okay because she's not wanting to leave 4 dogs in the middle of Nolan, you know what I mean, and something happened. So, like, or like our vacation, we have to find like someone to watch our dogs, you know what I mean? When we're gone for a week, we can take the 2 little ones, but with our big one and our other one, he has a lot of issues. So like we don't want to take those 2, so we have to see if our parents will watch our dogs for vacation. And if they don't, then we have to put them in a kennel, and that's that's money to spend. So like when you say that, like my limit of doing whatever I want is still there, but of course I have to think of my animals. Like we're going to Nashville tomorrow, so we can't leave until 3:30 or 2:30 the earliest, because we can't keep our dogs in the crate for more than 12 hours because they got to be out in 8 hours. The longest is when they need to pee again. So like you have to put that in consideration now. I have to put that in consideration every time we do anything, you know what I mean? And so like I can't imagine having a kid where, you want to go to this movie? Nah, you can't unless that kid's old enough to shut the fuck up and watch the movie, you know what I mean? And if you want to have a nice romantic time with your lady, well, unless you have a babysitter, you can't do that. Or you want to go hang out with the bros, can't do that unless you have a babysitter and the wife is like, okay, I'm good with it, or she goes with you, you know what I mean? And that's reasonable, that's understandable, because you know what I mean, for one, you both have kids, so you're both taking sacrifices of not going out with your friends. So when you have the chance to go out with your friends, most likely you either want to chill at home because you always have the kids, or you want to go out together because you never get to go out together because of the kids. And that, and so like that's cool, but like again, it's just like you have to cut off a lot of you time, you know what I mean? Like me and Kayla, we can blaze it up, drink as much as we want, and have a fucking field day and get as drunk as we want. But when we have a kid, yeah, Kayla's already said she'd be okay with me still doing the podcast once a week on a Friday. But if I wanted to do like get drunk every fucking week, she'd have a problem with that. You know what I mean? Which I don't do that, but like if I wanted to, I couldn't do it no more. You know what I mean? I can do it now, but I wouldn't be able to do it with the kid. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah.
It's just how it is, because you got to be on standby if like the kid chokes, if the kid has a fever, if the kid needs to go to the hospital, if the kid, you know what I mean? It's all about the kid. It's not about you no more. It's not about y'all no more. It's about the kid, and that's what it all is.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's some pros and cons to it all. Like me personally, I feel like a lot of people who struggle like with feeling like they have a purpose, or feeling like stuck, or I don't really know. People who struggle to feel like
they have a motivation. Motivation.
Yes, people struggle with like motivation in life.
Yeah.
And
see,
I feel like a lot of them, it would be good to have a kid. Like me. With Kyle, with Amelia, I don't think Kyle and I would be together if she didn't get pregnant.
Yeah.
Like, I think life would have taken us different routes. We were already kind of on the fence. We had split up, got back together.
But now,
right before Amelia was born,
Right.
But
now both your lifestyles are like in sync, and you both care for each other as much as you did when you were younger. But like if it wasn't for Amelia though, like you could have kept with your sales path. Like that's the reason why you got out of sales, because Amelia?
Yeah, that's what I was supposed to say. I once Kyla got pregnant, and it was really trippy because my mindset has always been kind of like, well, we'll see, like always kind of optimistic. Like I legit was kind of like thinking the whole time. So like what happened was, Kyla didn't have her period for a while, and
Right.
she was kind of freaking out. But all of her pee tests were saying she wasn't pregnant.
Oh wow.
And so like I was kind of chill about it. Like it's like you know, you have Crohn's, you have crazy medicine. Like there's no telling what's going on
Right.
with your
Yeah.
period.
Exactly.
So so then like one day while I was working, I had a brain fart or not brain fart. I had like a light bulb
Right.
pop off in my head. Kyla's Crohn. So Kyla has this pill. I can't even think of what it's called, but she used to take 4 of them a day. Um, for Crohn's, and it altered her pee. It made her pee look red.
Right.
Um, and so I thought to myself, I was like, bro, that medicine alters her pee. So the pee test is probably not accurate.
Yeah.
So I
Because it's
texted Kyla that. I
most
said, hey,
likely. Well, that makes a good sense because like that makes sense though because most likely the P test is only like it only detects like regular P streams. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like so like that makes sense though.
So I texted Kyla. I said, hey, those pee tests are probably not accurate. You should take a blood test.
Yeah.
And so she did, and the blood test said she was pregnant. And I
Damn.
was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
But like,
But like you
at the
both
same time,
did.
huh?
Did you both feel like deep down that you knew that she was pregnant though?
Yeah, I think we both kind of knew, like, she was pregnant.
I
I
think
mean,
I think that's a
there
common
were
thing too.
some,
Is like yeah, you get surprised by a pregnancy, but I think deep down, especially if you're like with the person describes the way their body's feeling after after you had sex, and it's like weeks later. They describe the way their body's feeling, so you kind of both come to the conclusion. Okay, well, that's not normal. So like,
yeah.
yeah, I mean, it makes sense like for you to feel deep inside like, okay, yeah, I know it's probably gonna be
Well,
positive, but do I want it to be? Fuck no.
yeah. Well, like, I mean, I started to get cocky too. Like, it wasn't like I was the best at, like, being preventative, you know.
Mm,
Neither was Kyla either. Like, I think she was on the pill, but, like, you know,
right.
who knows how often she took those. And I was pulling and praying for years. So I think at some point I started thinking, you know, maybe my sperm don't work.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and
See, like,
um,
it's crazy how like you like with you and my stories. Like, I feel like some story, like me and you have like some crazy stories, and like you have some crazy stories too. But like when I think about like both of our lives compared, like I feel like it's crazy how like I like with sex I was like protective all the time, but you were like fuck it. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
it's crazy like
Well,
that's like it's like a rambunctious thing
I
that
mean, I honestly I made the mistake of doing it without protection. I mean,
yeah,
it took like 2 times without it, and I was like, there's no going back. Like, it's not even comparable.
yeah,
You know?
yeah, no, yeah, I know what you mean 100%. It's not of course like people that are watching, yo my guy, how's it going? Good, how about you my dude, how's it going? But I will say, like, of course, people that are watching wear protection. You know what I mean? Like, Donnie's a
Yeah.
plain fucking witness of wear protection. Like, he has 2
I mean,
kids.
I went years on pulling and praying. I mean,
Right.
Kyle and I were doing that for years, but
And it works.
very much recommend protection.
And, like, it works 100%. Not 100%, sorry. It works. It could work. It could work. You got a good chance of getting pregnant, but it could work out of grace of, whatever you believe in, grace of God or whatever. But like, Kayla's seen this TikTok. Here's a fucking crazy thing. Kayla's seen this TikTok, and she goes, she's like, "Hun, watch this TikTok," and the TikTok was like, "We use protection." But like when we first start we don't, you know what I mean, and that's
Hmm.
kind of the similarity of me and Kayla. We don't, we get in the mood, you know how it goes, and then the protection comes, and the chick was like, no actual semen was literally put in me, it was all pre-cum, it was a pre-cum baby, literally pre-cum. And Kayla was like, me and Kayla knew how toxic pre-cum is. And and that's the thing. Like, if you don't wear protection at all times, the pre-cum people don't like. There's like young boys, young men that don't believe that pre-cum is that toxic, and I was one of them too. You probably one of them. Like, pre-cum, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. And but like pre-com can really fucking like it can actually make a baby. You know what I mean? That rare chance, or they're ovulating, or you know what I mean? They just got off their period and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so
I was
like
about to say, dude, I got a crazy thing to tell you.
and so like I could be more protective. We could be definitely more protective, that's for sure. But like we're protective as much as like we wear protection, but like I don't advise this to anyone, but like, you know, before we don't, like, before we're about to, like, you know, have intimate, loving sex, we don't, but then we do. And of course, that's a very risky thing because, like, any point, any time, you could pre-cum and it's over. You know what I mean? Your whole life is changed.
Dude, this is crazy. I was sitting here thinking about it.
Mm.
I am approaching. I haven't used I am approaching it. Not using a condom in over 10 years.
Well, now you're fucking now you're snipped, bro. So like you don't have to. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, dude.
Well,
it's just everybody can get some of this. Like, you know.
right,
You,
dude. I'm not gonna
you
lie.
get a shot. You get a shot. Everybody gets a shot.
You and your dad's stories of being like fixed, whatever you want to call it, vasectomy, you know, of course the funny word fixed, you know, snipped or whatever. But a vasectomy, like I didn't start thinking about a vasectomy until like you told me about yourself and your dad, and I was like, dude, like I think probably like after I have a couple kids, I'm gonna get a vasectomy. If not,
100%.
if and of course it's reversed, so like if not before, you know what I mean? Because like again, it's just an extra precaution. You know what I mean? An extra precaution, and plus, it's it's for one, it's reversible. Unlike women, like you can get a reversible tube tied,
women
or
are
whatever.
screwed.
But like, yeah, exactly. 99% of the time, women are screwed.
It's a whole lot easier for the man than it is the woman.
Exactly, because like the woman,
it's like our one thing we can do.
exactly, it's the one thing that men can do to help out the woman, because like I've heard with tubes tied, like you always have like a stomach problem afterwards. Your
well, not
intestines
even
are all...
like even if it's not tubes tied. I mean, all them hormone pills are not good for them.
Oh yeah, exactly. And we could just literally just like, all right, I don't want to. I want to get a vasectomy. All right, get a vasectomy, and we can. And here's another thing: we can get a vasectomy whenever we want, no matter how old we are. Women can't get their tubes tied until like 30 something, and most likely have.
Well, now you know what's fucked up.
What?
If you're a woman and you're married, and you just gave birth and you want to get your tubes tied, the husband has to sign off on it.
What? That's insane, dude. That's fucked up. That is fucked up. Because like, why does that?
My supervisor told me that the other day.
That's insane. See, like,
because she's technically married, but she's like they haven't divorced because they can't afford to divorce, and so like it was a huge ordeal to get her tubes tied. Huh?
Shit,
Hello?
my mic's muted. Sorry. So like, Kayla's cousin. So like, Kayla's cousin's step cousin, or like stepsister, right? She doesn't want kids at all. She decided that at a young age she didn't want kids, right? It took her like almost a decade, maybe less, but like we'll say a decade, because I can't remember the exact dates and all that stuff. But like we'll say a decade for her to find a right doctor to get her tubes tied at a young age. And she was like, it's crazy because she's been wanting to get her tubes tied since she was like 18. But like doctors were like, oh, I won't do it until you have kids or until you are old enough. But like us, we could literally walk into the snip clinic and be like, I want them gone. I want it gone. And
I have a feeling
like
in
that.
the future they'll fucking start cutting our ball sacks at like 13.
Oh yeah. Well, see, I'm not gonna lie, Donnie. Like I
It'll
know,
be it'll be like some selective ass breeding shit, dude.
right? Oh yeah.
Like you can't. Oh, I can't afford to fucking reproduce.
Right, exactly. Well, see, I'm not gonna lie. Donnie might not agree with this, and like some of you might not agree with this, but I think that like at the age that you are able to know what sex is and know like what like know like the age, like 13 is usually the age of people like men and women knowing what sex is. If you come inside of a woman, you're gonna have a baby, etc., because you have sex ed. I truly think that like that men like should be like get a vasectomy young, because like that's like, again, like you said, that's the one job we can make sure that doesn't happen. And like also like
I mean,
like okay, and the reason why I say
I wouldn't
that,
say forced though.
not forced, yeah, no, not forced. No, I don't believe in anything being forced.
I think it would be pretty easy to convince a bunch of 13-year-old boys, like, hey, if you go get a vasectomy, you can
Not use a
nut
condom.
wherever you
Yeah,
want,
exactly.
and not worry about it.
And see
But,
that's
like,
true, yeah. But see, like,
I wonder what like the long-term effect, like, because my dad had it reversed. I mean, he had a vasectomy.
didn't he have it like
And
3?
maybe like 10 years or so later, he got it reversed. But he had 2 boys with my stepmom. But it was hard. Like it was not cheap.
Right.
I'm pretty sure both my younger brothers are what they would consider as petri dish babies.
Petri dish baby? What does that mean?
Petri dish baby, so it's like the doctors take sperm and they take eggs and they mix them up together in a tray, and then they take that and put it back in the female
See, that's kind of
and
cool.
hope that it makes a baby. But there is a very good chance that you'll have like twins or triplets.
See, like,
Like
yeah.
you remember that show John and Kate plus 8?
Oh, yes.
That's what happened to them.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Huh. Let's see, like, I, like, okay, so, like, with the vasectomy thing, like, the one thing that I look at is, like, I don't know if on TikTok if I'm allowed to say this, so, like, TikTok, I could get banned for saying this word, but, like, YouTube, I know I could say this, but, like, for, like, women that get raped, you know what I mean, and have a kid after that, like, if like men were had a vasectomy and had to have, like, I don't think forced, but like was pushed.
Like, where you get like your unvasectomy badge when you get married. Like, how do you unlock it?
Exactly, like that's the thing. Like, I don't think it should be forced, but like women that like get sexually assaulted or raped or anything like that, like they're like, if like the best, like that would prevent a lot of like unwanted pregnancies and like rape pregnancies.
Well, I wonder
and
if
stuff
people's
like that
sex
too.
drives would drop. That's my
That's
curiosity
true.
is like, if you do that to a boy at 13, 14 years old, right?
Right, yeah.
Like what's that going to do to their sex drive? I mean,
That's true.
honestly, I don't think it affected my sex drive. I'm always horny. But,
See, dude,
but
I was about to ask you, does that ever change, bro? Because like, Jesus Christ, like sometimes I'm like,
nothing.
sometimes I'm like,
Really
go
changed.
down, motherfucker, stop! I'm at work. God damn it,
Dude,
like
I
stop!
know, right?
Like what?
I know.
It's like you get a brush of your desk. You sit down at your desk, get a brush, and you're like, ooh, you know what I mean? It's like
I've
stop.
talked to Kyla about this so many times. I was like, man, it's like a gift and a curse. Like, I don't think there'll ever be a day where I'll struggle to get it up. But at the same time, like, there's a lot of times where I'm like, could you please not show up right now? Like,
Exactly.
this is not the time and place.
I was okay. Dude. I was at work, and somehow, some way, I got a boner, and I was talking to my coworkers. I don't even know why I got a boner. I got talking to my coworkers, and like I don't know why they were looking at my cock or anything, but like they were like, "Do you get a boner?" Like, nah, bro. What are you talking about? Like, nah. And
I
then
just swing that way, dude.
yeah, exactly. And I went to the bathroom. I was like, bro. I looked at my pants. I was like, bro, what are you doing? Like, you have a mind of your own or something? Like, what are you doing? There's not like anything to be attracted.
Chill your fucking shit, dude.
Right? Like, let me put some cold water on you. You know, calm down, dude. you know, and but what you're saying, it doesn't get better. It basically doesn't. I told Kayla
I
this.
mean, from my vasectomy, man, I really didn't notice any changes in my sex. I was kind of like low key worried that it would change my sex drive. I thought I was like, damn, like what if I struggle to get hard and stuff.
Right.
But like, I mean, literally like 2 or 3 days later, I was like,
Let's go.
fucking, like,
Yeah. Well,
I
see,
haven't
like,
been able to wank it in a few days. Like,
Kayla will ask me like questions. Like, she'll be like, "Is it true that like dudes can just get boners at any time?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah,
most.
yeah." Most dudes literally will get boners at any time, and it's not she and like in high school, bro. In high school, it was the worst. Like you'd
Oh
be in
yeah.
school, your teacher would be talking, and the next thing you know, you're just like, "Oh,
Oh
so
yeah.
we're doing that today, huh?"
I told Kyla, I said, it's like it's funny because like in middle school, like one day you just show up and everything's different.
Oh yeah.
like,
Oh yeah. Like
like,
one day you
like
show up and everything
everything's just different.
exactly like
Like all of a sudden, like you're starting to realize like who's got boobs, who
Yep.
doesn't, who's got an ass.
Yep.
You're starting to
Exactly.
realize like damn, Miss Johnson, you kind of like
Oh, dude, I kid you not.
looking good today.
My 7th grade teacher was like when I knew everything changed, because okay, so like I had the 7th grade teacher. We used to do compass. You remember compass?
Yeah.
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 So we did compass in the technology room, and we did the math compass, and she would always I swear to God, she always hit on me. I still to this day think that, like I could have you know what I mean? I could have but so she would always come to me because like I would always ask for help. Well, the reason why I started asking for help, quotations, the reason why I started asking for help is because every time she came by, I don't know if she did this on purpose or not, but I had my hand on the side of the desk at the corner, right? And her vagina would rub up against my hand. And I'd save that vagina rub for the end of the day every day, bro. I'd be like, dude, this hand touched the vagina. I tell my buddies, this hand touched her vagina. And they'd be like, what? You know, I literally told one of my best friends, like, bro, you know Miss Miss Peacock? Yeah, Miss Peacock. I was like, Miss Peacock be rubbing her vagina on my hand all the time. They're like, what? I'm like, yeah, dude. I was like, bro, she rubbed her hand on my vagina, and then her boobs were on my head telling me how to do this math equation. I was thinking about her boobs. I was like, bro, she's hot. And then it just like, and, then,
Yeah.
and like after that, everything
Yeah.
changed. I was like, I was like, bro, wait, I've been going to school with you since elementary. Sheesh, how you doing over there? You know what I mean? Like,
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's like one day you come to school and it's like everything's different.
it
You're
is. And like,
damn, Jessica, like what you been doing lately?
right. And then like for us as men, like boys at the time, we were like, it could have been a hit or miss. Like, you know what I mean? You could have walked up to a girl and like she liked you and all that. Most likely you weren't going to get it in. You probably jerked off to her like nudie pics she sent you, or like just her bikini pics you seen. You're like, yeah, she's hot. Fuck yeah. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. But like, it was either a hit or miss. You either got called a creep, or they were like, oh, that's hot. You know, like, what's up? How's it going? So like, it was never like the middle.
Did you ever go to Skaterama?
Oh, bro, all the fucking time, dude. That was the site to go to when you were a teenage boy. You'd be you want that was again the change of the moment. One moment you're like you're going to Skaterama to skate. And then the next day you go to Skaterama to walk around in the skate around the fucking thing with a girl holding her hand, and you're just like, yeah, you're hot as fuck, yeah. And then the next thing you know, you have a whole group with you, and you have all these chicks and dudes and all hanging out, and you're just like, yeah, let's go, like, you know what I mean? And every guy in there is thinking the different thing than the female. They're just like, oh, this is such a cute date, and you're just like, yeah, it is.
Dude, it's so funny because I remember going there one time with my friends, and like we're a bunch of dudes. Like we go there, we're fucking like fighting, pushing each other down, like racing, and like all like basically trying to kill each other out there skating. And then we
Right.
go another time with girls, and it's like the complete opposite. We're
Oh
like
yeah.
pure gentlemen skating with the girls. You know,
Or you or you end
we're
up not
above the other ones that are racing and pushing each other down. Like, no,
right.
we're here with our girls.
Exactly. Like, it changes so much. Like before, like when they had the 24. Remember when they had like the all nighters and they had the dance floor open and stuff
Yeah,
like
the
that.
lock-ins.
Yeah, exactly. Like I remember like when I didn't have a chick with me, I'd be racing my friends. We'd be skating all night. We would have all the energy in the world, and we'd just be, getting food, drinks, and just having a bro time. But when the ladies with us, we'd be dancing on that dance floor that we called stupid. Yeah, last week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We'd be like, "Oh, that shit's
Yeah.
stupid. Who's dancing on the dance floor?
Yeah.
This is a skate place. Why do you have your shoes off, not skating?" And then
Yeah.
a week later, you'd be like, "Yeah, this is great. Yeah, let's go, girl." You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
changed. Like your life changes night and day, and especially that when you're going through your puberty stage, because there's the dark side of puberty for dudes. Like, of course, you got all these thoughts going through your heads, all these hormones, and then of
Yeah.
course your voice change and all
Nasty
kinds.
time.
Exactly, like you feel ashamed of yourself.
Nasty, nasty.
Oh yeah, you feel ashamed of yourself some nights. You're just like, did I? What did I do?
I like that.
Exactly. You're just like, nah, never again. And that's when you're learning about who you like, who you are and what you like. Like, see, I was called as a player in school, but like I dated a lot. I didn't have a lot of sex, you know what I mean? I know who the chicks I had sex with in my life. I know how many I did. So like I didn't have a shit ton of sex. Like I've had a lot of sex, but like I didn't have a shit ton. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, I got 20
Yeah.
bodies on me or some shit. You know what I mean? I was
Well, that's how I was too. Yeah.
I dated a lot. Yes, every week
I was a kissing whore, dude. I kissed everybody.
Yes,
but I did not
exactly.
have sex.
exactly. And I was the man whore, but like me, I'll still say to this day, when I was doing that, I was trying to figure out what I liked. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was a freshly new teenager. I didn't know what I liked. I was like, do I like this kind of girl or do I like this kind of girl or what do I like? Who do I like? You know what I mean? And I think a lot of dudes, I think this is another conversation where a lot of dudes don't talk about it, but a lot of dudes have like that, like, not a gay phase, but like a phase of like, wait, do I like that? And then you're just like, nah, I don't like that. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I would say so, but I think it comes and goes quicker for most dudes.
Exactly.
For different people.
Exactly. Like there's like I think every dude, you can't tell me, like, in my opinion, yeah, people. This is why I like people.
Like, is that? Nah, that's
exactly
nah.
like, is that attractive? Nah, that's not attractive. You know what I mean? So like every
Yeah.
guy, I think everybody, guy or females, are gonna
It's
question.
usually like a one-time thing. It's like a like.
Yeah, they're gonna
What?
you're gonna
Nah,
question
nah.
your sexuality for a moment, and then you're just like, oh wait, no, you know what? I'm just a teenager. I don't know what the fuck's going through my head.
Unless you're not straight. I guess.
Exactly.
If you're not straight, I'm sure it goes another direction. But for me,
Exactly.
it was like a quick like, nah.
Yeah, that was how it was. Like I was in sports my whole life, so like like I was in the locker rooms a lot. So you know what I mean? Like I was able to like fresh hands see like, nah, I don't like that. Nope, I don't want it. Nah, put it away, bro. Put it away. Stay in your shower. I stay in my shower.
Put that helicopter away.
Put the helicopter away. So yeah, like I was like there was a point, like I think every dude, they're like, do I like that? No, but if you don't think that way, I truly don't think that you really have really have thought of your sexuality. You know what I mean? Like a lot of guys, there's
Yeah.
a lot of closeted people out there, a lot of closeted gays or closeted transgenders, etc., etc. You know what I mean? And that's most likely because they were like, they're too scared to like open up, like, hey, when I went through
Just
puberty.
sheltered.
Right, exactly. They're sheltered, or they were like, they thought like they either their friends would make fun of it, or like in our experience, like we thought for a moment, then we realized that's not how we go. And some guys and girls are just confused. Like for a while, you are confused in that stage. You're just like, what do I like? Like, why am I always getting a boner? You know what I mean? Like, shit, this locker looks hot to me. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, I go to my locker and my crotch is rubbing against my locker. That feels nice. Let's go. Like, are you here every day? Like, do you come here often, locker? You know what I mean? Like, and like,
Nah, that's just weird.
he's like, that's just weird.
That's just you. That ain't me. I've never been that close to a locker.
No, I've never been like, no, that's never happened to me. But I'm saying I had this one buddy. I'm not gonna say his last name or first name, but he had this one buddy that he would come in every day and he would be like, bro. Like we would all go through the same thing, puberty, and we would talk about it. So there was like this guy that was really open about it. He was like, dude, I'm confused. I was like, what do you mean? He goes, well, how do I know what I like and don't like? And I was like, what do you mean? He goes, I get a boner for literally anything. He was like, dude, there could be a bird on the fucking screen and shaking their ass, and I'm like, that's a fat ass. And I'm like, bro, me
puberty,
too.
dude.
Exactly, that's just puberty.
puberty.
It's just like, yeah,
Puberty is such a. I tell Kyle that all the time. Like puberty is such a just gross and
it's
sad, dark place.
It is, cause like you do
Like,
so
I'm
many
not-
shameful things during your
I'm
puberty
not
times.
looking forward to it with Cruz. You know,
Oh,
like, it's
Cruz is gonna go through it, and he's gonna have so many
That's
questions.
usually when boys just do their absolute worst.
Oh,
and
yeah.
never tell anyone
Well,
else.
that's a good thing, and that's the thing is like good thing that kids like your kids have you and your wife, especially like your Cruz has you, is like, I went through that and I'm okay with talking to you about it. You know what I mean? So like, how you feeling,
Yeah.
brother? How you feeling, brother? Like,
Well,
let's
it's
talk
like-
about it.
The other night, Amelia actually, I don't know why. She took Kyla's razor, like to shave that she used to shave her legs.
Uh-huh.
Amelia took it and tried to shave her legs when I guess nobody was around in the shower,
Oh wow.
and she cut her finger really good. She cut the side of her leg pretty good.
Ooh.
But
Well-
whenever she showed me her finger, she was freaking out because her finger was bleeding really good. So I was like, "What's going on?" So like I went in there and I was looking at it, and like I don't know if you've ever had like a razor cut, but like it always leaves like three little like 3-4 like straight
Yeah.
lines.
Oh yeah, I definitely have had a razor cut for sure. Yeah.
And so I saw it. I knew immediately. I was like, "Did you
Hang on.
use a razor?"
Hold that thought, because I was gonna try to hold it, but I gotta piss like a fucking Russian racehorse.
Dude, I gotta pee so bad too.
All right,
let's go pee.
Yeah, let's go pee. We'll be back, guys. Never mind. Don't read that. Read what? Hang on, I'll be right back. So wait, what Taylor version's coming out? July what, 16th? 7? Thank you for the 4 roses. I appreciate that meme. Don't read it. Don't read it. Don't scroll up. I can't delete comment. Okay, I won't scroll up. I won't scroll up. Oh, guys, real quick, if you are watching, you're enjoying the show, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I am back into Drunken Idiots is just as much as I was. I have been for a while. It's just that I had some technical issues, so I had to get taken care of. So if you're here, please like, comment, and subscribe. Support the channel. I've been doing this for 3 years now. I've been doing content for like 6 years. Like, you know, I'm trying to make myself still a content creator. It's just really hard. I think Donnie understands. It's really hard to do content still when you're doing sales, especially when with sales you take it home a lot. Like me.
Oh fuck yeah.
Like me,
You'll never clock out.
Exactly. Like me, I have a work phone. Like my work phone, bro. Look, like right here. Like I know you can't see my camera. I don't know if you're watching the stream, but if you are, but like my work phone's literally right here. Like. You know what I mean? Like I know no one's gonna call me at 1:44. I mean 1:15 in the morning. You know what I mean? But like, what if? You know what I mean? Like, what if?
Yeah.
So like, it never turns off. So again, guys, Drunken Idiots is gonna be back again weekly. Yeah, I might miss some weeks because you know I got life to do, and I'm not gonna be as stressed out of missing episodes like I used to be. Because if you guys are fans of the show, or if you guys enjoy the show, then you're gonna be upset that we missed it. We had to cancel an episode, but you're not gonna leave because we had to cancel an episode. So I've learned the people that are here, that are supportive and actually followers and actually gonna support my dream and my goals, will be here even if I miss a whole month or 2 or a whole year. They're still gonna be here ready for me to go back alive. And I learned that in the last month. Like literally, this is the first time I've been back live in a month, and I'm keeping an average of 2 viewers, 3 viewers, and that's insane for someone that has like been gone for a month. And I know at least 2 of these viewers is not Donnie, and 2 of these viewers are someone that came. Like I know Meme, he came from TikTok. He's a big supporter. I don't know who the other person is, but whoever that is, rock on. Thank you for being here. But again, Drunken Idiots will be back weekly, and I will be doing content again weekly. If it's not every week, I do apologize. And there's big things. I will say, I've been debating on keeping this live every week, or doing like recording and or like doing a live and then doing a recording to have backups, because I used to have tons of backups. I used to have like 4 episodes worth of backups, and now like unless I stream, I don't have any backups. So like. I've considered that too. And also like with like the PDQs, the spoiler alerts and stuff like that, that's coming back, but I think that's going to be a different channel. I think I'm changing that to a different channel, rebranding I think I'm going to obviously, have an intro for Drunken Idiots. Hey, if you like what you see and you want more of me, check out the podcast. But I think I'm going to rechange that, rebrand it to like either my gaming channel, where like it's more acceptable to do that kind of stuff, because this is a podcast channel, and some people do get confused when they see PTQs or spoiler alerts or the football stuff. They're like, I thought this was a podcast channel, and you see, you know what I mean? So yeah, but guys, it's coming back to it's back to progress. I just got a lot of things to do, and I just got to build back up. I mean, I not build back up, just more or less keep my full commitment to where my dreams and my passion is going to go, because I'm a people person. That's why I'm in sales. I love to talk to people, and I feel like I do feel like me and Donnie and people that I bring on have very good conversations, and I feel like that's exactly what other podcasts have to offer. And I don't see myself as any different as a Joe Rogan podcast or an H3 podcast, or like, of course, different topics, but like I don't see myself different than that, even though I'm not as big. So be prepared for the heavy hitters, the heavy going again back to Drunken Idiots solid. You know, it's here. But no,
Hell yeah.
Donnie, we were talking about puberty, and that was a good talk, bro. I mean, I hope that anyone was watching that actually got some like knowledge from that, because if you're going through puberty, it sucks. You shouldn't be watching the show because it is 21 plus, but it's okay. But if you're going through puberty, you know, it sucks. It's gonna get better though.
Puberty is just crazy.
It is.
No, I was talking about I don't even know how we got on this topic, but my daughter the other day,
Oh yeah, yeah,
she
yeah,
cut
yeah,
herself trying to shave.
yeah.
But yeah, she no, actually, so what happened was she was in there crying, and I went in there and she wouldn't tell me what happened, but she was her finger was bleeding. So I was like, what the heck? So I'm like looking at her finger, and I could tell by the cut, like it's like she was messing with a razor. And so, but like, so like she was embarrassed about it. Like she was like, I don't want to tell you what I did. I don't want to tell you what happened. I don't want like blah blah blah. I was like, well, like, why are you crying? Anyway, so yeah. Anyways, we get through it, and she's like, how did you know that I was messing with the shaver? And I was like, well, because I've messed with the shaver and I've cut myself just like that before.
Right. Yeah.
And she was like, what? You have? And I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. You know, everybody's done that. I said, I
Yeah.
feel like everybody who's ever picked up a shaver has cut themselves like that. Like, it
Oh
just,
yeah.
that's
It's a
like, those
natural
things
thing.
are sharp. You gotta be careful. It's like, don't. That's why you don't need to play with it. And you know, Kyla was kind of more so concerned, like I think Amelia was just doing it out of pure curiosity, but Kyla was trying to make sure like somebody wasn't telling her like, oh, your legs are hairy,
Well, you got to think
blah blah blah.
social media too. Like I don't know, is she on social media at all, or like does she have like a device?
No,
Oh, okay,
Amelia's
okay.
not. No, I
I
mean
was
Amelia
say-
watches YouTube,
I was about to say because like
but
I do know like yeah, I do know like down like the social media path, like our social media is different, but I do know like there's like another side of TikTok where there's like I'm gonna go downstairs and get the diapers, and that motherfucker's outside, so just be listening. Okay. And but there's a side of TikTok I've seen where young females or like females that are like, oh, the way to be pretty is to shave your legs and make sure you look pretty and do your nails and stuff like that. And like those are TikToks that young girls see, and I'm like, and young dudes, like same for dudes, like, you know. And I think that like that's the difference about now of our generation. Of course she's not on TikTok or anything like that, but like down the road when she is like that is like we had to learn how to shave either ourselves or someone showed us. And most men they learn how to shave themselves. I learned how to shave myself too. Like,
yeah,
you know, so like now you have the internet to teach you and tell you you need to shave. And so like I think that already kind of screws a lot of things up during like the transition of like puberty and like people growing up, because they're already having in
oh
their
yeah,
head of, oh, to be pretty I have to shave everything from.
kids are different these days.
It
Dude.
is it's completely different. It's
I feel like
insane.
the internet has changed kids like big time. Like
Yeah.
these kids are freaking doing it in middle school now, like straight up
Oh
having
yeah.
sex in middle school, dude. Like
Oh yeah. Oh,
when I was in
dude,
middle
yeah.
school, there was like one in every like 50 to 100 kids you spoke to had probably had sex.
Oh yeah. Like, see, I'm not gonna lie. I had sex at a young age, like, and it was not the best place to lose my virginity. I was like 13. I lost my virginity in the woods at a park. You know what I mean? And like, but like,
Yeah.
I didn't wasn't influenced by the internet. It was just like me being through puberty. I was like, oh yeah, let's do it, let's go. And you know, that happened. But like now, now like the internet's not horrible, but if you look through down the wrong path, it could be very bad.
Oh
And
yeah.
it could steer kids and young adults to the wrong way. Like the Andrew Tate stuff, you know what I mean? Like if you accidentally get on like that kind of like red pill stuff, there's little boys that are gonna think that women are their property. For
Yeah.
females, you could get down to the wrong path and think that you need to do all this stuff to impress a man. In reality, in me, I don't. Like, for one, I don't ask, "Do you shave?" You know what I mean? Like when I first met a girl, I never asked that. And like with
You
a
got Bush.
exactly right, and exactly like I don't even I'd never looked at like I've always looked at personality. Like you know what I mean?
Hey girl.
Hey
Hey
girl,
girl.
hey girl, you got
What
a
that bush
bush,
be looking like?
right? Like hey girl, you that bush longer than an inch, or like what's it like down there? You know what I
Hey
mean?
girl. Hey girl, what that bush looking like?
Right, exactly. Like so like
you try and braid your bush with my bush?
right, yeah, exactly. And see like I feel like I feel like the new generation's getting grown up by like the internet of being like taught the things that we had to just learn on our own. It's kind of
Yeah.
it's good but bad at the same time. You know what I mean? Like there's good to it, but there's very bad to it too,
Well,
Like
they're growing up quicker.
that too, and like plus like of course if you look at meat or like food that you eat, it's a lot more hormones. There's a lot more things that are helping
I remember.
little girls get boobs and butts sooner and
That's
stuff.
true. Yeah.
And like there's a lot of like dude like
Yeah.
there was this
There's like 13-year-olds with like 18-year-old women. It's
exactly
like,
my sister when Musically was a thing, she followed this chick named what's her name? Oh, dude, I can't remember, but she was my sister's age. She lied about her age online because like her like and everything, and like all she did was like videos of her dancing in like bikinis or like with her ass out, and she was like my sister's age. She was like 13. You know what I'm talking about? Huh? Daniel Cohn. Yeah, that's what her name is. And my sister would watch her, and I'm like, dude, in our day and age, our parents would beat us black and white. You know what I mean?
I enjoy Bush. Yeah.
Wait, Chad says, I've never shaved. I enjoy Bush. No, like guys do. People enjoy Bush, but I'm saying like the internet tells little girls and dudes like it's not okay not to shave. You got to look a certain way. You know what I mean? And like people like Daniel Cohn. If my sister didn't know better, in my opinion, didn't have me and Kayla to tell her, hey, what she's doing is like that's really inappropriate for a little girl to do at her age. She's looking like a grown ass woman on the online with her cleavage out and her ass out, and she's 13 years old. That's just not okay. Like, yeah, embrace your body, but embrace your body when you're at the age to like do it. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, but like again, also like parents encourage it now too, because they're like clout, clout, clout. You know what I mean? It's insane.
Well, I mean, what sucks is there's people like this is something that I've been saying is gonna end up happening for years. Is there are people out there who have money, and it's easy to make money when you have money.
Oh, fuck
And
yeah.
they will adopt these kids and literally abuse them and sell them in some way, some form, some fashion. And I think that's one of the ways you could do it. You go adopt some kid and force them into something like singing or something, and make them like a social media thing. Because it's really not that hard
Yeah.
if you have enough money, and then eventually you'll start getting a return of investment. I also think that's gonna start happening in trans sports. I think people are gonna start adopting boys and forcing them to become girls,
That's a
and
possibility. But like okay, so like
putting them in girl sports.
do you ever watch Moist Critical?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so like Moist, I don't know if you've seen the newest. I don't know, I can't remember how long ago he updated about this, but like it was like maybe a week. There was this channel, a family channel, where this mom really, it was really the mom that that like really pushed her kid to do these family channels for the clout, right? And she
Yeah.
made up this whole story about how her kid almost got abducted, they almost got kidnapped, people were following her, and she made a whole police report and everything. Long story short, 2 years later, they found out that the people that were following her and about to abduct her was never true. The people that she accused of was never. It was like they found it out to not be true, that it didn't happen. And for 2 years, she grew off that. Her channel blew up. She gets so much support, and it was a family channel of her trying to quote unquote spread awareness. She literally starts off the video, "Hey, I'm gonna help. I'm about to talk to about my story about me almost being sex trafficked and my kid being almost sex trafficked. Before this video starts, like, comment, and subscribe." You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck? So like, It was already sketchy. So like, families are already taking advantage of their kids because, was it Moist? It was either I watched the video off of Hassan, so I don't know if it was Moist or Hassan that said it, but one of them said that like they were like, basically because these parents couldn't have the fame that they wanted or the money they wanted, they're using their kids to get it, and it's going to the point where it's way too far. And it is like certain people out in the world will literally have their kid do anything for money. Anything.
Oh yeah.
And it's sad, bro. It's so
Some
sad.
parents, sell their freaking kids, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's some parents that will literally fucking put them out in the corner and be like, "Go make money." And it's like
Well, it's like that basketball scandal at U of L.
oh yeah. No, yeah.
Remember that, dude?
Yeah.
That chick was like pimping out her daughters to the basketball players.
Yeah. And like I think like it wasn't that when Rick Pitino was around?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like Rick Pitino would buy the athletes prostitutes and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
it like stuff like that is like, it's like, bro, what possessed you to do that one day? You know what I mean? Like
I don't know, dude.
And there's people
I don't know how anybody could like harm a kid.
exactly. And there's people to this day that like I hear people like I try not to like get myself into like a political talk as much as possible anymore, because like people like not even political talk of people like joking around, like people I've heard people joke around like the guys played better though with them getting those prostitutes, like bro, you're talking about like young guys and women being used to play better basketball. Like, that's fucked. You know what I mean? That's just fucked. Like, I don't care how old they are. They're freshmen and sophomores. They're still, like, when I was 18 and 19, I have a different outlook in life than I did when I was fucking last year. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
every year you have a different outlook of life. Like, literally 3 months ago, I would have had a different look of life. And so, like, it's crazy how, like, these grown people will literally pimp out kids for their benefit, for their pockets, for them. And they don't see no wrong in it.
Up until recently, that was what the NCAA was, man. They were pimping out them kids.
Oh, yeah, dude. Like, finally.
NCAA is a fucking non-profit, too.
See, like, yeah. I remember when I think it's college kids finally get paid for the sports now.
Yeah, they get paid for likeness. That's why a lot of these. So another thing that's crazy, these college, so these college women's basketball players are making more money in the NCAA than they would be if they go and play in the WNBA.
Yeah. No, yeah. And like
so there's like some like 5th year, 6th year seniors there just riding it out.
Dude,
making like $1 million a year.
Oh yeah. Well,
off of likeness.
We'll see, like, remember, you know that dude from Ohio? I know you don't watch football that much, but you might have heard of it. Was this dude from Ohio, was a 4-year senior of a quarterback. He didn't leave, and he went to the NFL. He's in the NFL now, but he stayed in college for 4 years. That's unheard of for someone that can go to the NFL and make millions. Mm-hmm. And it's like, bro, this dude was just sitting comfortably being better than these fucking college athletes. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, shit. If anyone knows who I'm talking about, they're probably gonna execute me. But he's not as good as he's not good. He in the NFL, he can't stand it. He can't hold up against the NFL, and that's the reason why he didn't go because he knew NFL is a whole different beast than college. And like,
Oh
don't get
yeah.
like, and he
Same
was.
thing with NBA and college basketball. Like
It's a whole different beast. There's different
it's
rules.
a whole different beast.
There's different rules. There's different. I think even like isn't like the point system different in everything?
No.
Okay,
The
okay. I thought
3-point
there was.
line is further back.
Okay, that's what it was.
That's pretty
Okay.
much it.
Okay, that's what it was then. In like
The court, I think the court's wider and longer, and then the 3-point line is further back. Other than that, it's pretty much the same.
right. Okay, okay. See, like in NFL and like NFL, like their rules are like a drastic change than fucking college. Like
Doesn't
college,
college play 2 halves and the NFL's 4 quarters?
yeah, yeah. And then plus also like in college, you can you could literally you could sack that quarterback no matter how it is, what kind of hit it is, and be fine. But in NFL, if you hit him a certain way of a quarterback, then you get a flag. You know what I mean? So like the rules are like totally different, and like and see like I'm totally down for college students to get paid for what they do because they're athletes. Obviously, they're but for them to pay only like the favorites, it's just like, dude, you're letting these people just sit here, be the favorites for years, and get paid for not a
Well,
pro
it's off of
athlete thing.
likeness. So it's like how many jerseys you sell,
Oh, okay, that's what it.
stuff
Okay,
like
okay,
that.
okay.
It's not like you just get a check. Like it's all based. So it basically means. So before, so let's say, so like for example, like what's happening now. So LeBron James, right? LeBron James was a huge like when he was in high school. Like there was a lot of hype around him. Um, there were probably a lot of like backdoor secret, you know,
Yeah, I can imagine.
deals made
I can imagine.
while he was in high school, and then instead of going to college, he went straight to the NBA and he became who he was now. So nowadays, there's a kid named Mikey Williams. Mikey Williams was his 8th grade team was like the best team in the nation, one like best team in the nation. Mikey Williams, he like blew up on social media because he was like in 8th grade and could just fucking do crazy ass dunks. He was a really good basketball player. He's a handsome kid. So like he like blew up on social media, and there's people who play in the NBA who have less of a following than Mikey Williams has. And in today's setup now where you can earn money on your likeness, having 2 million followers on Instagram can get you a lot of money. So they can take those deals now. He did like brand endorsement deals and stuff like that. Like he can post if somebody wants to pay him to post on his store, post their stuff on his story, he can. But Mikey Williams is also signed to a creator contract with Puma right now. And then most likely Puma, if he goes to the NBA draft, Puma will represent him in the NBA draft, and then he'll sign like an athletic deal with them type stuff. So like that's kind of how they get paid on their likeness versus they used to not be able to do that. If that makes sense.
Sorry, my mic was muted. No, that makes sense though. I don't know like how much I know you're a sports guy, but I don't know how much you're into like sports in general. But I don't know if you've heard, but like basketball players, baseball players, NFL players, and but really the main ones are boxers, right? So
Yeah.
like how there's Olympics for basketball, baseball, and stuff like that. But like like especially basketball and boxing. They used to be people would go for the Olympics. You know, I want to be all star. I want to be representing our American way. You know what I mean, and stuff like that. But the pros pay so much to the pros now that being an Olympian star is nothing now. Like, I don't know if you
Oh yeah.
watched. There's this documentary about the last boxing team that really changed it up because of the Olympics, because you know you had Muhammad Ali in the Olympics, you had you had all these like very known uh, uh, boxers into the Olympics, and people wanted to be in the Olympics. But now you have like Floyd Mayweather, millionaire, literally multi-millionaire, and these people are like, I'd rather go buy a Lamborghini than go and represent my fucking United States team. And it's crazy that like how much money is put into like pros, and then how much money is put into like not the pros.
Olympics.
Yeah, the Olympics, exactly. You would
Yeah.
think you get
Well-
paid more the Olympics, but you don't.
There's so much stuff in that doesn't make sense. But well, no, if you listen to or if you watch one of the Michael Jordan documentaries, it talks about how the dream team and how
Oh,
Michael
yes.
Jordan didn't want to play in the Olympics,
Yeah.
but America used to only put like the college athletes in the basketball stuff, where the other countries were using like their like legit pros.
Yep. And then we
And
changed
so-
to do that eventually.
Yeah, we
Shit.
changed because we were like, oh hell no.
Wasn't that
So-
like LeBron's days? That's when they changed it. LeBron and
No,
Kobe?
it was when MJ did it. When
Oh,
Michael
and
Jordan did.
okay,
That
yeah,
was
no,
like
yeah,
one of
yeah,
the
you're right.
first-
Yeah,
I think that was the
remember
first
now.
year that
Yeah.
they did it, and so they assembled the dream team, and like they beat every team by like 50 points or more.
I,
Like,
I was getting
'Cause-
I was getting them mixed up because there's one for MJ and there's one for LeBron and Kobe.
yeah, yeah,
But yeah,
but
no,
like
yeah.
shit, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Well, babe,
But
Dare me to dumb it?
dome it,
The whole thing?
dome it, the whole thing.
I have alcohol poisoning. Do you really want me to do that?
I could do that.
but
I might have alcohol
no,
poisoning.
I was just joking. I knew you weren't gonna do it. I'm listening.
I can't remember what I was gonna say.
We were talking about MJ and the All Star team, and how how they were like they were basically the first people to get into the Olympics, not college students. And
Oh
shit.
yeah, no, we were talking about so no, I've also heard that like there are a lot of like NFL and NBA athletes who run faster than the Olympic athletes who do those like the speed runs and all of that.
Yeah, that's true. I've heard that too. Like, did you like? Okay, so like with like NBA and stuff. So like, the one I really remember is I did watch the MJ one, but the one I really remember is Kobe and LeBron. Like LeBron, when he first came up, he was when the NBA, and he this was like. Basically they were now normalizing mixing the NBA and the Olympics together, and like LeBron, they lost the first time LeBron went there, and then they lost again. They lost like 2 times in a row, and then Kobe came and LeBron kind of destroyed the industry, like destroyed the whole fucking competition, and like, but like that strive to do that anymore is gone. You know what I mean? Like it's completely
Yeah.
gone. Like we used to be the number
I don't
one.
even know
in
who
a-
they have on the USA team anymore.
Exactly. Like that's the thing. Like we used to be number one in a lot of Olympics sports, like boxing, years of number one. NBA, years of number one. That's like the 2 number ones. Like we were like number one. But like now, it's so saturated that like truly it's dumb to go to the Olympics. You know what I mean? Like you get injured at the Olympics, your whole career for your NBA is stopped. You get injured at the Olympics for boxing, your whole career of boxing is stopped. So like would you rather have it stopped getting paid millions of dollars or have it stopped getting paid chump change and just be representing your fucking country? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that like sports and the money.
Well, it's also though, I think the basketball team now has become more so of a like people, like a lot of people use it to like improve. Like if you're like a second or third year NBA player and you're trying to like make a big jump in your career, trying out, because you have to try out for the USA team.
Mhm.
And so you try out, all of that goes on, and then you play in it, and you're playing with like top coaches of the country, you know, this, that, and the other. It's actually a really good learning, thing for for people who are like second, third, or fourth year NBA players.
Oh yeah. Well, see,
Because the dream team though that LeBron and Kobe had also had a rookie Anthony Davis on it.
that's true. And like, did you, like I don't know if you remember, but like their coach too, he came from college. He wasn't an NBA coach. He was a college coach, and he was a very
Oh yeah, Coach K. It was
yeah, Coach K. Yeah, Coach K. He what was he Duke? Did he coach
Yep.
Duke? Yeah, he coached Duke, and like people were like, "Oh, you're gonna get a college coach in there," and like the odds were stacked against him and everything. Like, and so like it's kind of crazy how like they mix and match that too. Because like think about like an NBA player getting coached by a college player. You know what I mean? It's like a back step, but obviously he's so good, he knows what he's talking about to coach that US team. But like, I don't know, it's just so crazy how sports is now that like I think that like in the future, in my opinion, I like the Olympics. The Olympics is really nice. Like, you get to see star athletes at their prime. Me and Kayla watch the Summer Olympics and the Winter Olympics. Not like every year religiously, but like no every year, but like
Whenever you
not
can.
yeah, whenever we can. And so like, but like it's kind of crazy like how the Olympics has changed because no one wants to be in the Olympics no more, Like no one. It's kind of just a lost cause because you're physically destroying your body for basically nothing. Like there's Olympic stars that are homeless that have a gold medal, but nothing to show for it. You know what I mean? That's it, except for a gold medal. And like there's like back in the day, the Olympics used to never get paid. They just got a gold medal. That's it. Like now they get paid, but nothing near as like a professional for their sport. I think that sports will definitely change in the future. I don't know for the good or bad though, because like sports is just crazy in general. Like I don't know, it's hard to explain. Like you just truly never know what's gonna happen. And so, like, again, like, taking those injuries, those mental and physical injuries on your body and on your mind for, again, just a fucking gold medal. And maybe you probably don't get $1 million. You know what I mean? You're probably not going to get that. But if you go and fight in a boxing match or like an NFL game or whatever, you could walk out of that match or that game with $1 million. You know what I mean? And still lose. Like I don't know if you know this, but like minor league boxing, I've looked into it. Minor league boxing, for you to lose, you're getting $5,000 a minimum, of $5,000. To win, you're getting a minimum of $10,000. Exactly. To lose, you get $5,000. To lose, if you win, you get $10,000. But if you go to pros, bro, you're losing. You're getting at least $100K plus.
Let's both just keep going and fighting each other, and we'll just split the whole pot.
Bet. We should just make our own Creator Clash. Bro, you know how many times I've thought about that too, Creator Clash? I know, guys, we're fucking rambling about a lot of shit, but I'm gonna head out. I'll see you later. Beam. Have a good night. I know we're like getting off topic of a lot of shit, but like Creator Crush, you know how many times I've thought about like if when I'm a big creator, I wouldn't mind going out there and boxing some creators. You know what I mean? Because like I watched it. The only person that would be a little scary to box is like not scary, but like he has blows and heavy hits and he's very fast. Dad.
Oh yeah.
So Dad,
Dude,
he's
I
a
think
heavy
Salt
hitter.
Poppy's the best one.
You think? Well, see,
Fuck,
I
yeah.
would like to see Dad and Salt Poppy to box because, like, see, Dad he comes in with heavy blows, heavy hits, and fast. He like the last 2 years he has not had a competitor go farther than the first round. He's always won after the first round. So I would love to see like I'm really interested to see where that goes because like think about if they got technical. Like there was this one boxing match on the Creative Clash this year where there was just two females, very technical. Like it was like a full-on professional boxing match. Technical hits, technical plays. They knew what to do, and it was just like holy shit. Like these creators stream for 8 hours a day and still have time to like train for this shit. You know what I mean? Like 90% of these creators are in their house doing nothing except for either training or streaming. And it's crazy that like it's kind of crazy. And I think eventually, call me crazy, but I think eventually there'll be a creator clash of like football, basketball, and all kinds of stuff. And I think that creators will take over an part of an industry of sports because they're so famous already. Why wouldn't you want to see the creator you like to win, or the creator you dislike to lose?
Yeah.
Like that's why
I agree.
That's why Creator Crush is so big. Like me, I'm like, dude, there's certain people I don't like. Like Myth. I love Myth. He won his fight. It was awesome. He won his fight, and I was like, yeah. That's one of the reasons I watched it because of Myth. I literally purchased it to watch Myth. Like him and AB were like my two people I wanted to watch. Myth won. AB lost. But when Myth won, I was like, bro, let's go! Myth is a fucking beast. Let's go! And I'm like, bro, I'm literally watching these creators that play video games all day fight, and it's awesome. You know what I mean? Like it's different than watching a boxing match because like Floyd Mayweather, you don't know anything about him except for his boxing technique. But like Myth, you know everything about him but his boxing technique. You know what I mean? And so like I think the next generation of like sports and like famous people will be like people are going to enjoy knowing the people they support like in a deeper level than the camera. Dude, we've been going on for 3 hours and I feel like me and you could keep on going for hours and talking about nonsense, to be honest. Because
I am so tired right now.
I'm ADHD, and I think that you have ADHD, and we literally just keep on going.
Sure.
And so, like, two ADHD people literally have an endless fucking mind of nothing but stupid shit. Like, quite literally.
For sure.
But, no, it's
non-stop shit.
Oh, yeah. Your mind always races. You literally talking to yourself in your mind. Quite literally.
I have been sitting here fighting. I am so tired.
Yeah, no, this is a good time for us to end it. It's been 3 hours, guys. This was a great fucking episode. It's always a great episode with Donnie Dion. Donnie, thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. And I think that even though we were late, we still, because of Donnie, even though we were late a little bit, we still had a good time. We stayed an average of 3 viewers, an average of 2 viewers on TikTok. So we're an average of at least 5 viewers for the whole night. I appreciate you guys. Meme, thank you for the donations. I know you're not here, but if you watch this later, thank you for the donations. You donated probably at least $10 tonight, if not more. You're fucking awesome. People that like, comment, and subscribe, thank you. This is just kind of like our way to just kind of vent and have fun. And thank you for letting us know that, like, you guys actually enjoy us doing that. And I can't appreciate you enough. I know Donnie can't. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, a great weekend. If you're watching the Derby this weekend, happy Derby's Day, happy Oaks, and I hope your horse wins. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night. It's me and Donnie D. Thank you for watching Drunken Idiots. Have a good one. Peace out.
Peace out.